How's it, everybody? Welcome back into the Paper Plane Inn. I'm Mikata New, and thank you guys for waiting for me to come back live. It is so good to actually see you guys here today. Did you guys eat well, rested well, have a good day at work? If not, I hope that today's stream will make your day a bit more brighter and better. Thanks for the squishies. Thank you again for the squishies. But how is everyone doing okay? I mean, today. Okay, I messed that thing up. But how's everyone doing today? I'm doing alright. I could have had better days when it comes to this right ear of mine. Well, I will say that I'm not in pain right now, but I'm dealing with I'm still dealing with a persistent yet annoying ear infection as we speak. I don't know how to properly describe this, but first and foremost, Bearwell, hi! Welcome back to the Paper Plane Inn, and thank you so much again for subbing me for 33 months. Thank you. And Saber Slayer, hi! Welcome back. It's good to see you again. Welcome back. Melanie, welcome back. Wild, welcome back. It's good to see you again. Alright, now to actually help bring things up to speed, and we're gonna talk to the beholder in the room as we speak. I'm still fighting against the stinking ass pain in the butt that is the ear infection. It started off with, I'm sure that you guys have remembered a couple weeks prior where I was suffering a level of pain on my right ear that too many decibels would actually ended up making my ear suffer a lot. It wasn't until Wes has introduced me to Deep Rocks that I tried making use of it, that for the next 4 days, I'm trying my best to make that thing work. The first day I was able to hear right, the few days afterwards, it's muffled and bunch. And then I tried the hydroperoxide solution for a few days after that, and I was able to hear something out of it. But then, I guess it's around possibly, actually, no, I managed to make the notes about it as we speak. It wasn't until somewhere around, it wasn't until I noticed around, June 3, somewhere around June 2, or June 3, July 3, that I noticed that there's something off. Like, when I accidentally blow my nose, I accidentally, I kind of heard my right ear made a whistle, and I know that there's something that is not right. So I decided to buy myself a camera meant for ear cleaning to see I could get a better look in my right ear. And I have a bad hunch in my gut that I may have a perforated eardrum from, all this process on trying to, make my ear work. And so I'm not feeling an immense amount of pain right now for the past couple of days. If anything, my right ear still feels full, still feels stuffy. The hearing capacity is about 60-70%. And I'm just trying my best not to blow my nose as strongly as I should. And I'm also hoping that maybe this will heal on its own. If not, I'm gonna go see a doctor and see if this thing can be treated. But I'll be fine. It's just, I'm just so annoyed that this thing is still persistent. And, it kind of went a little bit, it kind of went from bad to a little worse. But nothing to a life-threatening scale yet. Keyword is yet. I really hope I can recover from this. But I am doing okay. I am fine. I just have to live with a stuffy ear for now, and mitigating some level of pain if it ever does prop up, which oddly enough, I'm not feeling as much pain as I am feeling right now. I hope that this doesn't actually gross you out, chat, but I am trying my best to keep everyone into the loop of what the heck's going on with my ear as of late, because I don't want anyone to feel a little bit left out. But now that we actually got that thing situated and out of the way, how about we actually go straight to the podium because we got ourselves a character to design. One which, if you can actually see the tin of the stream down below, this one is going to be a little bit of a doozy. So, how about we go straight to the podium, chat? Okay. So, there we go, there we go. Okay, I did not mean for that one to actually happen. But yes, as you guys can actually see from the label down below, I have this one particular show hands. Who among you here has recalled or make an emoji or just say I in the chat? How many are of my creative patrons here who actually recalls their first OCs at a young age? Or if not, somewhere down the lines of 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Do you guys remember your first OCs? Anyone? Anyone? Now, I've always known to be a creative kid for as long as I could remember, but my art, like many others, had to go through a really, really rough patch. And I was able to recall making my first OCs when I was like, I don't know, possibly 11, 12, that's how long it's been. I'm out right now and I hope to join the audience later. That's okay, Emerald Marina. The stream will still keep on going for a good while. But yes, I was able to recall my OC creative shenanigans for when I was young, around possibly 11 to 12-ish years, and it kind of goes from a little bit there. But these OCs are not very well designed, and I also designed them long ago in the aforementioned lovely the green land of DeviantArt. God, how long has it been, DeviantArt? I mean, it has seen better days. It really has seen better days. I'm not a huge fan of the AI art bullshit that's going on over there. But anyways, okay, Miki, go back to the subject at hand. So, when you are a millennial growing up in the 2000s, if you will, most of the time you will have a DeviantArt account, and you would actually use this time to actually go over what posting your art over there, and most of the time they are your OCs. And my art is still not the best because I was a very neurodivergent kid. I know I have some level of neurodivergent. I know I'm somewhere in the scale of the neurodivergency fence. I just don't have the means to actually diagnose it at the time. But let's just say that my OC creating shenanigans have not been the best. Especially since we're talking about a time period where we're designing OCs for OC tournaments that were the rage back in the day. OC tournaments that is like taking place in Ever After, Escape from Nirvana, the Walking City, if you will. Notable OC tournaments that were back in the day. And there was a time where I did manage to make myself an OC that was meant for an OC tournament that I should have actually designed this thing better. God, I was such a I was a stupid kid. And by stupid kid, I mean like I was like 17 when I made this character. Oh, hey, Afton, what's good? Hold on a second, let me get you out of that jar. Apparently when you left, I did not get you out of the jar at the time, so there you go.
Yes. Also, thank you for earlier today as well too.
Of course, I'm just trying my best to help out where I can. And oh, thanks for the hydrate.
Oh, and right after you asked me that, I got something back as well too.
Huh?
So as you know, I have a whole bunch of creatures.
Oh! Is this for the TTS thingy that's been, in the works?
Yes.
I've yet to make my vote on it, but I'll do that as soon as it was later down the line today.
I know, it's okay. You have to wait.
I'm sorry, Afton, you're going back to the jar. Bearwolf said so.
I mean, yep, I feel like after outing your best, I deserve it.
So fuck did you do?
Nothing.
The fuck did you do?
Well, I was just myself, really.
Anyways, so let's see. Unless you count my male VR player character as an OC, I mean, if we're talking about OCs that you designed in video games when you have character customization, I guess they also count. But anyways,
technically they do.
Now this particular OC is made long ago during the 2009, and I was a stupid kid on not balancing the character out because I was that high up there in the neurodivergent scale because I did not have my I did not have that sort of nature tempered, if you will. So I struggled a lot when it comes to school, when it comes to attention, and this also includes character designing as well. And so in this lovely era of 2009, where I only had Dreams and MS Paint to actually draw this character. This is the said character in question.
We haven't seen it yet because the screen isn't shared.
Oh, right, shit, I forgot about that. Hold on a second. You have to hold your horses. I should have actually done this thing, but I didn't do it, so I'm paying the consequences of my hubris.
It's alright. Why ask?
Get
Thank
on
you.
with it with soundbite by the Holy Grail. You know what? That is not a bad thought in terms of, well, that's not a bad sound redeem. That's not. That really is not a bad sound to redeem. I'll look into it on adding it to my sound bites. But yes, this character is... Oh boy. It's okay, Mickey. Don't let your soul leave your body yet. We're not in that deep yet. This character is made in 2009 for an OC tournament that I tried to participate long ago. This is Fleur Boucher, if you will. And she is, back in the day, I designed her as a 14-year-old character who's half French, half British, and she is a witch, if you will. She has this...
That's fine.
She has a childish, sweet-natured... at a glance, she is childish and sweet-natured, but she is actually quite, a deadly... But it actually hides a deadly facade because she actually has a thing when it comes to taking lives, and one of the trophies that she likes to collect are hands. Look, I was a stupid kid back then. 2009. I was 17. I was heavily into Vocaloid songs of the dark songs back in the day, and that also includes Fear Garden. That's what helps introduce Fleur's design. And I remember back in the day that Runia said that this is one of the darker OCs that I've ever designed so far. Boy, yeah, you know what? She's not entirely wrong. There's a particular character that overthrown that character. Yeah, I was an edgy, stupid kid. Okay.
We've all been there.
We really had been there. Look, I had dreams. The only thing I have in my tools in my inventory at the time were my dreams and MS Paint to design this character. And compared to both me and my sister does MS Paint leagues better. And she was able to do that with a mouse! A mouse! Anyway.
This sounds like a really stock thing,
I was 7 back in 2009. You're 10 years younger than me. Oh.
Don't worry, don't worry.
Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Okay. So yes,
Don't worry about it.
this character that we're designing today, I decided to actually go into the crypt of my DeviantArt account and actually Savage! Hi! Welcome! Thank you so much for the sub for 25 months! Oh my god, over 2 years. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Just to clarify, because you said you were 10 years younger than me. Just to clarify, I was only 6 when that happened.
Oh my god, I just realized I have fans who are tykes when I left high school. Oh shit!
Don't worry about it.
Oh, I feel existential pain already! I don't know what to do
feel
about that.
existential. Don't feel existential.
I don't know about that. In fact, oh.
Just to clarify, just to get you out of the situation, I decided I am doing this for your own good.
I'm going into a tunnel.
Hope that didn't hit the gremlin. Bluff, I'm not gonna do that. That's just mean.
Waves! Waves!
You good?
I'll scream the when he's in the middle of hunting la Gigi Nori!
Okay, if that's the case then. I know what'll make you feel better.
Huh?
Here, take these scales. You may use them.
What kind of scales are these?
These are from a special kind of kobold I've discovered recently.
Define cupboards.
Well, they crack when they cool, and they actually they're actually incredibly volatile and explosive. Use them wisely.
Hello.
Ah!
Hey.
Bad boy! Yeah! Askerman's upset.
You're upset, House Gremlin.
Askerman was middle of hunting! Askerman's about to actually sucker punch La Gigi Nori.
Oh dear. Did your game get interrupted?
Oh, was she playing? Was she fighting against the guy, Chris?
Yes.
The gear, Chris. Ah.
La Gigi
How'd it go?
Nori is what Innkeeper calls him. Askerman's gonna eat La Gigi Nori. That's why I was in the middle of hunting.
Alright.
But can Askerman eat these scales though?
I wouldn't recommend it.
I would give you one. Yeet it. Toss that one. Just toss it.
Okay, Askerman is gonna actually. You know what? I will put this into a bag, and I'll put this bag into another bag, and I'll put this bag into a bag of holding. And
Okay,
then
but why
I will throw it.
Okay.
And there it goes.
Huh. Weirdly, I thought it would explode.
Well, maybe the bag of holding is holding an explosion at the moment.
Maybe.
No honesty, those are some pretty volatile ones. Took me a little bit just to get that.
Maybe I should try yeeting something.
Here, take it. Nah.
What did I do? What did I do? I
Didn't do
didn't do nothing!
The gremlin was innocent.
Huh? Ah! Goliath has provided care package! This one comes with snacks.
Hey, Nickel.
Oh yeah,
So-
Actually like this. Huh?
Gremlin, I have a treat for you as well.
Yes.
I have dark chalky Oreo.
Interesting.
Yes, it's yours.
Wait a minute.
Thank you so very much for this dark chocolate Oreo. It actually is divine.
Oh yeah, I
Alright.
forgot that happens.
What?
Yeah, deep voice.
Why is everyone actually looking at me this way?
Well, either way, Gremlin, here are the rest of those scales.
Yes.
Just don't tell Mickey where you got them.
I could try, but I can't make any promises because considering the
You know, Afton, I'm gonna tell Miki.
Okay,
I'm going to eat La Gigi Nori.
yes. Enjoy the shocking taste that the Gearchris has. Besides, they're kobold scales. I'm pretty sure there's no harm in them.
Hey guys, what did I miss? Oh, where did that came from?
Well, you see,
Kobold.
Afton gave the gremlin exploding scales.
Listen, all I'm going to say, they're kobold scales. They're kobold.
Come again?
Well, technically kobold explode bolo, but still.
If House Gremlin does make a mess in catastrophic levels, there's only one person I'm looking forward to help cleaning the mess.
Weirdly, I thought you would shove me into a wall and use me as a wall decoration.
Maybe so, but after you clean the mess. Anyways,
Oh no.
alright, I gotta go do this care package that Steve did for me, and then we'll actually go and start working on this character's design.
I gotta say, this is like a really old design. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
this
gonna
is-
say like circa 2011 or something.
Like,
Nope,
2009.
Ew!
I know. This thing is made in 2009. I was 17 when I made this. And look,
I'm like,
I was an edgy, stupid kid back in the day. It doesn't help. I'm very high up there in the. I know I'm part of the neurodivergent fence, somewhere there in the scale. I don't know, but it was really strong back in the day because I could not focus for crap. I could not I could not focus for crap. I was doing poorly in school. Oh, look, I was a stupid kid.
I think a lot of us were stupid kids.
And
still stupid.
it doesn't help that I don't know what exactly from my left boob on how to design a character, and let alone balancing a character. I was that neurodivergent back then. Okay. It was really strong. It has a vice grip on me back then, okay? So, as what we have recently got from our latest sub, this character is going to have a massive redesign, if you will. No longer is she going to be a 14-year-old kid, because no, that thing needs to be changed pronto.
Indeed.
Yeah, like, I'm looking at the hands in the background, that they aren't even drawn. They're just, like, used from a pen to make them look like...
Look, all I had were dreams and MS Paint, okay?
I know, I'm just...
Hey, listen,
I'm just
it could be
begging
way worse.
It
Yeah.
could be way worse, but now,
Let-
how many of you here are, yes, Jay?
I was gonna say, my first digital attempt at drawing is a travesty compared to what I can do today. So, believe me, I get it.
I mean, you should have seen my first earlier designs of my art back in back in my DA page. Look, well, I'm trying. But anyways, I know I can hear Bearwald out there, and I am now considering adding in a new soundboard that's Get On With It from Monty Python. So we're gonna go straight to the point. Who here is ready to see her latest new design?
I have you.
All
Also,
right.
I shared my original design for Peter in the sidebar.
Oh. Oh dear. Oh, wow. That is something else.
It is definitely something else, isn't it?
Oh yeah, 100%.
And this is circa 2014.
I mean, Patreon.
When I got my first tablet.
Patreon. I already saw her, and oh yeah, because those who pledge to me in Patreon will actually have the benefit of seeing this character, of seeing sneak peeks, and that also includes the sketch of and that also includes the sketch of me designing the said particular character. So, who here is ready?
I am ready. Also, Jay had to take a call, so.
Don't worry. I'm sure that if this inn will always welcome him back. So,
Yep.
with that said in mind, this is Fleur Boucher in her new iteration.
That's quite the change.
That is very much quite the change. One which I decided that, you know what? I am an older woman, wiser. I have went through a lot of bullshit. Might as well start tempering that flame a little bit. Because Miki, you've been through the things you've actually seen that day. Okay, so
Girl aged real time from 2019. She took 16 years like a champ.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, 100%. Maybe if we just scale down the fat that much in terms of yes, there we go. Girl age in real life from 2009 today, she took 16 years like a champ. There's an OC that I have already that I rarely put her in any outfits besides the outfit that she has on now, and there's a day where my girlfriend was like, try put her in this outfit, so I doodled, which it wasn't so bad. I usually chalk it up. I'm not good at drawing clothes, or I'm not a fashionista. I'm just using a tomboy aesthetic, and that's okay. But yes, everyone, that's Fleur Boucher in 2009. This is her in 2025. 16 years. Boy, howdy. I wonder how would 17-year-old me feel like when... to be fair, I've always wanted to design Fleur's new look much earlier in the day. I just did not find the time to actually do so until now. And besides, it's good exercise to actually give it a crack on designing this designing new older characters and put a modern day period look to them, if you will. Okay, IF, IB, ID. That's the golden rule of thumb when it comes to line work. And I'm gonna do something different for her lashes this time around. And this time, we are not going to darken those lashes when it comes to designing my characters. This is going to be the one of the few rare cases where the lashes are going to be colored this time around.
Interesting.
The last time we actually tried doing this thing was for my other particular character, Mary Nightingale, where her design is meant to that she has albinism, if you will, but I guess after what unfolded from the game that the Spelljammer game where I played her in, that white hair and bun, she got that from her dad. So So, we're going to go ahead and redesign this character with colored lashes by first drawing out the line art for the lashes and then tweaking it. Normally, this is a procedure we'll do when it comes to the refined ink stage, but considering these lashes are one of the few exceptions that we're making here. Okay, so yeah, I think it is for. But now you guys are probably wondering, Miki, why are you going why are you going all this way to redesign this one particular character, aside from testing your mettle on character design in your current era? Well, there is a bit of a reason to it, and allow me to kind of explain. My friend Savage has been brainstorming an upcoming campaign somewhere down the line in the future called Gothic Earth, if you will, where it feels like it's a sister campaign to where this is going to be set in the 1890s of Earth, but we will still have D&D elements to make this thing. Well, it's still going to be D&D elements that so nothing is lost. And oh, Ice Drake, and thanks for the salt. But yes, this character is going to be it will be for this said campaign, where it is set place in a Gothic Earth, and one where she is going to be from Victorian England back in the day. And oh, thanks for the actual bits, Ice Drake. Thank you. And this character's backstory is going to be redesigned a lot from the ground up, and I do mean a lot. Okay. Now, how do I actually talk about Fleur without revealing all of my cards on the table? Fleur.
Maybe.
Yes.
Oh, maybe start with like the main inspirations behind her when you first designed her, and what parts you decide to keep.
Well, I know that Fleur, when I first designed her, is that she has this witch where she was a witch, where she actually has this thing on collecting hands from her said victims, if you will. And she also has capabilities where they're very hand motif, if you will. For this new iteration of Fleur, I decided to ask myself, if I were to actually redesign this character for her current iteration, what class suits her the best? It took some level of thinking, I'm gonna be very honest, because sometimes with D&D, character creation is simple, and sometimes it's kind of cranked to 11 in terms of difficulty. But I finally took around the time on designing Fleur to be a sorcerer, if you will. More specifically, she's going to be a shadow sorcerer.
Oh yes, they're actually a question. Are you using normal 5th edition or are you using 5.5?
For the sake of making things easier for our table, because, well, for the sake of making things easier for our table, Savage decided that we operate in 2014 rules rather than 2024 rules.
Alright. Yeah, because, like, the 5.5, they've reworked them, but they've also they helped them out in some occasions, but in others, still people are very half and half on using them.
Honestly, I don't kind of blame them. And Savage actually said something. Gothic Earth is the place. The setting is called Mask of Red Death. meant to be the sister setting to Ravenloft.
Interesting.
Yep. Which means a lot of our friends has to figure out how we're going to make our characters work with this setting, because he gave us a period, the 1890s, and how we're going to actually make and how we're going to design our characters in that time period. For me, I am playing as a character who comes from Victorian England, but has eventually moved to Boston, where the rest of the party is going to be at. And the more I hear about when it comes to Gothic the Mask of Red Death and Gothic Earth, the more it kind of feels like a little bit of a pseudo World of Darkness ish setting. But you know what? One which I am actually okay with. One which I kind of accept with these hard limitations, cause I kind of want to challenge myself a little bit. And besides, this is going to be my first time for me playing as a sorceress. So, Dave, hi!
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm all right. I am currently designing Fleur as we speak, and my ear is still being the usual.
Yes, I heard talk of a perforated eardrum.
Yeah.
Which, if that's the case, you do need to see a doctor, even if that's suspected.
Mm-hmm.
Shade 5e tools forcibly overrode 2014 content with 2024 content every chance they got to make everyone's lives difficult. I know, right?
Oh.
Okay. Does it look a little bit different that seeing Fleur with just these kind of eyelashes?
Kind of different to see that she went from a like. Maybe it's just my. Like to see her with like the original. Did she have like pigtails or something of the sorts? Yes, I had a feeling she was. She went from pigtails all the way down to like freshly curled hair. We'll
Yeah.
say
The brow
that-
change definitely sticks out.
Yeah. And I'm guessing she's going to be like keeping the yellows, or you're going to go with like a more different color from that.
Oh, I'm gonna keep the yellows, all right. Some things don't really. Some things still change. Doesn't change.
I'm guessing she no longer has the swords, and the hands are a little bit more skeletal.
I mean, if you have abilities that where you can actually flavor them, like they turn into hand-shaped motifs, then yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, like
Oh, Savage said something. Mask of Red Death has many interesting aspects, including its much darker tales of how magic works. My personal headcanon is that TSR makes Mask of Red Death to try and compete with Call of Cthulhu. I mean, you're not. Which, I'm actually still looking forward to making this thing work. Okay. Yeah, I guess that looks pretty good in terms of Fleur's smile, if you will. Hello, Lord Bluff? I've been looking up into other systems. Like, whenever they put out new rules into Iron Kingdoms RPGs or looking to every old systems have been made updated, by the way. Like, what was used for campaign Lotus Wars based on? Which Warhammer Fantasy RPGs was updated rules wise? Really? Is it that significant? Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and start working on Did the music stop or am I dumb? Hold on a second.
wait, there's music.
Hold on, chat. Hold on. I think there's something a little bit. I think Golem's having a bit of a stroke. Oh, There it is. Golem, play music back to beginning. Increase volume to 10%. There you go. Okay, so... But yeah, this character is something... she's going to be a shadow sorceress. One which, I will come clean right now. I have never played a sorceress before. And, oh! Jump the Birdcage! Hi! Welcome into the Paper Plane Inn, and thanks so much for the follow! I hope you enjoy your time here in the Paper Plane Inn. I'm Mikoto Nui, and currently we are designing this character that, has not seen the light of day since 2019. So I hope you enjoy your time here.
Not 2019, 2009.
I mean, yeah, you know, I made the mistake. 2009. Yeah.
Also, if I'm not mistaken, don't you already have a sorceress? Like, aren't you playing her in one of your games?
I have not played as her. I have designed her, but I've yet to play as her. And I know who you're talking about. It's Eris.
Yes, the other sailor. Like, come on.
What?
I never forget a sailor.
Oh, no. Oh, wait. I have 3 sorceresses now. Okay, let me actually let me count the way... How many sorcerers have I made thee? Let me count the ways and bring them to the table.
You have your...
There she is.
You have the hex. You have the dragon one, which you've done recently. There we go.
I have Maeve, who is my divine soul sorceress. I have Eris, who is my chaos sorceress, and my wild magic sorceress. And now I'm designing Fleur, who's my shadow sorceress.
Don't think of it. Shadow sorcerers do have a very unique quirk.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. What would her quirk be as a shadow sorcerer?
Define quirk.
So as an option, you can pick from or roll from it to create a quirk for your character. For shadow sorcerers, I'm going from 1 to 6, so I'll tell you which one is which. So number 1, you are icy cold to the touch.
Okay.
2, when you are asleep, you don't appear to breathe, though you must still breathe to survive. 3, you barely bleed even when badly injured. 4, your heart beats once per minute. This event sometimes surprises you. 5, you have trouble remembering that living creatures and corpses should be treated differently. And 6, you blinked. Once. Last week.
Hold on. I think I know what you're talking about. Let me actually, let me just go down to the sorcerers and let me count the ways on where they are. Sorcery. Shadow magic. Ah, there it is. Okay.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I kind of forgot. Yeah, I may have dropped them on you by preamble, but yeah, certain sorcerers from like different classes, they kind of have like their own different quirks.
I didn't bring up the Shadow Sorcerer quirk. Oh, Savage said, I didn't bring up the Shadow Sorcerer quirks because a lot of them are covered by her special ancestry. Yes!
Hmm.
And
I'm guessing that won't be... Oh, sorry, you go.
Sorry, you were saying?
I'm guessing that won't be discussed till later on.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to do a little bit of a stretch so I can actually just... Oh, Jesus. That was a weird...
Are you alright?
That was the weirdest noise I made when I do my stretch. Sounds like I'm a garbled chicken that lost its head for a minute there. Okay. But yes, this special ancestry is part of her redesign that I can't wait to showcase for Fleur. And it's one that you'll have to wait later down the line to find out. go take a sip up, and then... Ah! We will actually get back to work into this character's design. But yes, what Afton is actually talking about in terms of this, Shadow Sorcerer quirks is this particular list. Because, Shadow Sorcerer, when you pick this kind of, character route, you get to pick one of these, quirks. Or if you're that quirky and the DM says, why not? Maybe you two? I don't know. But what Savage says is kind of true, that there's a thing that I picked for Fleur that basically covers most of it. And I ain't saying what. You'll just have to figure out that one when I talk about her, if you will.
Or I'm making conspiracy theories.
But yes, I am actually looking forward to designing Fleur's updated, mature self for a very long time. And it has been one that has been in the works for years. Like, I think about a year or two later, down the line, where a year or two later down the line, I was actually looking forward to designing Fleur's. Rudy and I were in the middle of talking on the prospect of a much more older Fleur, if you will. But I never actually found the time to design her new look, because a lot of things happened during that said time period. One which, some of them being noted that I went to nursing college and eventually moving to Hawaii and then and trying to adjust my life that is going on there. Yeah. I never got the time to design Fleur's new look, but the basic gist of it has been in my brain for the longest of time. I've always envisioned that she will always keep some aspects of her original ponytail design, but it's now mitigated to that of these low pigtails, if you will. That's right here on the sides. Now, let's see. Now, I know that there's some people are probably wondering, Miki, hold up. You said that this time period is going to be taking place in the 1890s. And if my memory serves right from doing the research, most of the women there usually keep their hairstyles in an updo, or they would actually keep them in curls. What's up with this? Why is her hair down? Well, there is a story plot reason for it. The other reason is that, why not? You know? Because, look, I've always been, like, designing my characters with long flowy hair. That's one of my, that's one of my author signatures on designing characters.
And two other things.
Yeah. Well, two additional other things. Amongst many other things. I don't know, and I can't seem to put my finger into it.
I mean, you currently got your pen on it.
But yeah, I've once upon a time designed Fleur for this OC tournament called Down the Rabbit Hole back in the day, and I did not manage to make my entry when it comes to this, a proper entry to it back in the day. So I did not manage to make it into the said tournament, but strangely enough, I did remember someone once upon a time made a fan art piece of Fleur, and that's one thing I actually do like, you know, even though I was never picked as one of its participants. OC tournaments, those were really the rage back in the day. Good times.
I must admit, I was quite late onto the online trend, being very shy, so I missed that.
Yeah?
Hello, Danica.
Danica, hi!
Hey, Danica.
Me. Me. Guys, for the 500th time, I'm not a boob person. Me when Mikoto draws. Woo, baby! I'm not a boob person, but...
There are exceptions to the rules.
However, you can be persuaded.
However, chat, Mikoto knows how to draw a nice rocket.
Aw, shucks. Thank you.
Although, in all
thank you.
honesty, I think we could all agree what she is best at.
How have you been?
Oh, so she's good at a lot of things art-wise, actually. But,
Hear me out. The particular one. Buys.
I mean, this might just be me being me, but Mikoto definitely does know how to draw damn good midsections, and that is an important detail for an artist when it comes to my judgment. I don't know if you know this, but I'm kind of an expert on that field. I'm a bit of the queen. my rule is law. Anyway, how are you?
We're doing all right.
I just figured it was tradition at this point to come in barking at your artworks.
I am become Thigh's destroyer of worlds.
Destroyer
Perfection.
of melons.
Me, I'm doing all right. I am discussing that I have not seen. I had to dig into the graveyard that is my DeviantArt account in order to find this one particular character to, to redesign. Because
No, yeah, I saw on Blue Sky you were talking about how like this character was made in 2009.
Yep.
Yeah, you made this character in 2009 when I was like 10. What? What did I do? What
I
happened?
keep forgetting.
You caused like damage.
I keep forgetting that I have fans who are still little tikelings when I left high school. And
I was
how
at
to
this-
properly feel about that.
I would say, dog, I'm like 26 in 2025. Like, yeah, no, like I am closer to 30 than I am 18 at this point. So no, I gotta.
Yes, I can preach to the choir. Preach to the choir.
Fleur is also very intriguing to me because she's the first of your characters in my games who might not be the best person. Wait, really? That's how.
Oh.
You think so, Savage? I don't know how to say. I'm honored. Is that the right word for the job today?
I think so.
Possibly.
I mean, Fleur also still. If there's one thing I still am keeping when it comes to Fleur, I don't know how to properly word this without making people look at me weird. But it is still something that is still part of her older design.
Okay.
Okay. And I think if anything, I'll just say I'm very heavily. It's kind of inspired by one particular character from an anime I know. She has a hand kink.
Oh,
My
so
name
like,
is Yoshikage Kira.
so basically, she's artsy then. She's not here right now. She's on
My name is
vacation. I can
Yoshikage
make that
Kira.
joke.
I'm 33 years old. My house is in the northeast section of Moreau, where all the villas are, and I am not married. I work as an employee for the Kamei department stores, and I get home every day by 8 p.m. at the latest. I don't smoke, but I occasionally drink. I'm in bed by 11 p.m. and make sure I get 8 hours of sleep. No matter what, after having a glass of I could in fact just do the whole thing. I need you to know that.
I can't tell if you were laughing at the JoJo joke or the artsy thing.
Yes! Thanks for the squishy toss.
Like, I actually forgot that was a thing she had, and and every once in a while when I find hands, I just send them to her just as a joke, and she's like, ideas. Ideas.
Okay. The darkest
I
of the
feel like-
characters so far before Fleur would be Mira, who is only dangerous when you mess with her baby. I mean, you're not entirely wrong, Savage. She did deal the final blow when it comes to the hag who was about to kidnap her said kid, and yeah, I still have a penchant in designing dark characters, it seems.
I mean, no one messes with Mama Bear.
No.
Like, tell me, what do you think's will be worse? A Mama Bear that could slash you to pieces, or Papa Bear who can maul you while you're still living?
You say that as if the Mama Bear would maul you too.
I don't know. Both would be terrible, to be honest.
Look, if you tried to come across this woman who is trying her best to protect this tightling over here, look,
Oh.
do not mess with this tightling, or otherwise you'll not actually, yeah, Fleur, Mira will not actually treat you well so nicely at all. I'm not saying it very politely.
I feel like that whip would set on fire or summon blades if you did that.
I mean, if anything, she would actually do the boom and push tactic.
The what?
Okay, so I'm not a min-maxer. That is something I'm still trying my best to make work when it comes to D&D. But there is one tactic I was able to make it work that is for Mira, and I feel like that this is a signature Mira style. I call this tactic the boom and push. Okay, here's how it goes. Be Mira. You have a whip as a weapon. You have, of the cantrips you picked, you have, one of them is Booming Blade. Now, Booming Blade will not sort of work if you, can work if you're a melee user. And Mira is, a mix between support and melee and mid-range, if you will. But what's this? The DM has given you permission to pick one feat. Okay, pick the telekinetic feat, so you can have yourself Mage Hand. But wait, this telekinetic feat allows Mage Hand to be invisible and doesn't require verbal and somatic components. Let that sink in with Whip, plus Booming Blade, plus telekinetic feat. Now, let's put this in action, okay? Alright, let me actually put this, make this into an art piece, okay? Say that this is Mira right here, and, say that this is Mira here, and she has the whip, okay? Now, I know this looks weird, Now, I know this looks weird, but please bear with me.
Yeah, I'm with you.
This is Mira with the whip, and this is the enemy. Now, Mira with the whip can actually strike that set enemy, and she would actually pull them closer. But she can also use Booming Blade onto this thing. Now, with telekinetic, in her bonus action, she would actually uses this telekinetic to push that opponent farthest away from her. And the moment when the opponent tries to have their turn and they try to approach Mira, it triggers the Booming Blade effect, causing this said opponent to actually explode. Well, also explode from the thunder damage. And Booming Blade kind of becomes even beefier the more the character levels up. Now do you see why I actually like this? I call this the boom and push.
Yes.
Not often do I actually come up with creative attacks, but this is one of my best ones I've did so far as Mira. Does it make more sense? Okay, so Fleur likes hands. What kind of hands does she like? Oh boy. Oh boy, here we go. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, oh boy. Oh boy, here we go. Oh boy. Now, this is going to sound a little bit outlandish, so bear with me. Now, I know when one person hears hand fetish, they will always imagine it to be the most beautiful, pristine looking hands that actually bristles their jollies, if you will. Not Fleur. Not Fleur, though. Not Fleur. She is a particular breed of repressed Victorian shame that comes with it.
Wait, so she likes some like very calloused, very heavy hands type things, or?
Yes. She actually
Huh.
likes her hands that are very big, very broad, very thick, very calloused. That is what actually wrestles her jollies the best. And I'm going to say this as Fleur, and I also apologize for any of the people that are gonna fight like Victorian ingenues real fast.
Okay.
I just absolutely can't help it, darling. When I actually see such hands, I actually see them as a work of God. Just look at how magnificent they are. They are actually so callous, so coarse, so thick. I absolutely adore this. There's just something the way how they look that make me so incredibly weak.
I have had like several thoughts just go to my head from that.
I can't help it, dear. After all, I'm always into the handyman.
Why do I feel like she has like several handyman corpses in her basement?
Nah, she won't kill them this time around. She's saving the killing for a very specific breed, if you will.
And what breed of person would that be?
Something that's tied to her backstory.
That's it. That's it.
Do they have to be human-like hands? Obviously. Why'd you say, well, human-like hands with 5 digits, with 5 digits, yes. Why'd you ask, Savage?
I have a feeling.
Oh god, I think I can see a hub that says Savage will remember this.
Yes, I have a feeling that a lot of half-orcs, some Goliaths, and maybe some other taller races should be a bit worried here.
Maybe. No scales, no rot. Ah. Divine scales, though, because yes, well, this is 1890s Victorian era. Well, that could be just about anything. Oh, that's a new redeem, or at least one I haven't seen before? Well, are you talking about the squishy redeem? Then yes, RNG says. That is a new redeem that has recently been added into my Twitch redeems.
Ah, RNG Jesus.
Also, welcome back! And oh, I haven't seen this one in a while, so... Well, I'm dressing up!
Now your AC has gone from, well, 5 to... From
There we
DC
go.
10 all the way to 18.
And now I am in armor mode, which means this is what I'm going to be wearing for the rest of the stream.
Nice.
Yes.
I'm at least grateful it isn't cold iron, though. Though I hopefully wonder it's not consecrated iron.
Nah.
Good. Because I got a little bit of a worry when someone brought up cold iron recently in the server, in the game.
Well, Steve once upon a time gave iron to Gremlin to make her stronger, and look how that turned out.
I'm just grateful they haven't been used on us.
Let's see.
'Cause-
Oh, Savage said something. All I'm saying is that there are other creatures that have hands. Fish folk monsters, rare creatures, undead folks with grave dirts on their nails.
Hey, they're making a point here. They're making a point. Just
I
keep-
know! I know! Where creatures would be a Oh, that would be an interesting dynamic considering the special ancestry that I have for Fleur. Thanks for the care
Interesting.
package, honey.
Yes.
Just got on my break. Are you gonna be having the bottle I made for you earlier today? Also, hi. Ugh. You know, I can't help but wonder. Nah, okay, part of me just can't help. You know, when designing this character, I have been trying my best to make it work in terms of her holding a weapon on her person, because, well, she doesn't have a hat, so I can't really give her the hat pin treatment. I've actually learned that long ago is that these are important questions. Hold on, Savage. Okay,
That Savage is just trying to.
it's just okay. Options, more options, more options. I feel like I'm in Binding of Isaac all over again. Let's see. Fish folk monsters is I'm on the fence. Rare creatures is a big yes. Undead folks is on the fence. I've got some surprises in store too. Really now. I hope you had a great 4th of July weekend.
Oh, did something happen?
A lot happened on that weekend.
A lot happened and it's not good. In fact, there's a story that goes with it. Would you all like to take? Oh dear God, I made Savage. I made Savage take notes. Oh dear.
This is what happens when you keep giving him ideas. Never give ideas to your DMs.
Hey, real quick. Actually,
Yes.
if I may, your the voice you were doing for Fleur had me thinking a curious thought.
Yeah. Very what peculiar thoughts? How, Danica?
Okay. So this is more of a general mix of character question mixed with question about your range.
Yes.
So how many of the characters have you played in campaigns and such where you've had to do dramatically different inflections and voices and whatnot for
Oh,
At
boy.
least 60%.
Oh
like-
boy, here we go. Cause you want a sampler.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Golem, stop music! Because this is important. So, let me take you by the hand and actually showcase you the range of my character voices that I've done for specific characters. Now, let me go ahead and actually wet my whistle for this because buckle up.
You're gonna need it. Also, hi, on. As soon as you mentioned the 4th of July, I was like, oh gosh, she's gonna tell that story. I'm gonna need to be there for that.
After this one.
Mm-hmm.
Now this one is for my character Fleur. No. This one is for the first of my D&D characters, Dione Hyacinthus. This is the voice that I've actually used for Dione, and it has been a long while since I've used this voice, but it is one that is very iconic. Isn't that right, dear?
It's one of those.
And
All right.
this one is Alia Gardenia, or Alice, whatever you actually call me, though. I am usually this perky, this lovely, and so very lovely character. And
Sure, she
I
has
happen to
fans.
be a very wife, and I happen to be someone's wife. Isn't that right, honey?
Ah, I see what you did there.
And let's see, where is she? 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 Where is Joe?
Where is she? Where's Jojo?
Why did you say that name?
Where is Joe? Oh no, where is Joe? Oh shit.
Yes, where's
Have
Joe?
I lost Joe? Oh no. Oh no. There she is, there she is. and this one just happens to be Joe's voice. And one I haven't used two for a long while, but it's also the same, but I also use this for the same campaign where I play as Dione. And that's and this one here and this one happens to be Nessa's voice. Something
Oh, I remember her.
Something I have been using here and there on several campaigns, and especially when it comes to a certain comic dub that people actually like seeing every now and then. And
I remember her. Trust me, I remember this.
and this one just happens to be Melanthe's voice. I just to think that this actually is to think that my mother is Dione Hyacinthus. It the resemblance is actually quite uncanny.
And I love her outfit, by the way.
Yes,
Oh,
it's
darling.
amazing.
Thank you so very much. You know, if you actually require something like a private dance, just ask me. I would actually love to do so.
Carry on. Carry on.
And this one just happens to be Mira's range. Yes, it's a little bit different. It's also a little bit similar. Well, it's either this or actually going for something a little bit on the Australian range. And let's be honest, our innkeeper tried, but fails a little bit miserably. She is trying.
And there's those spies I've been hearing about.
I mean,
this one just happens to be Perla's voice. Notice how I'm actually emphasizing an accent on this one. Well, to be fair, I am actually using a Filipino accent to go well with this because I am one of the few characters that is very Pinoy coded, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
you're also very cute.
Salamat! Maraming salamat po! And this one just happens to be Rose's voice. A little morose, a little deep around there. To be fair, I had multiple reasons why I'm actually acting this way. But over time, my life has actually gotten a little bit better. Positive. In fact, I now just happen to be the wife of the king of the giants, and one which I will keep choosing time and time again.
Aww.
And last one, for the sake of why not. This happens to be Celine's voice. Perky and bright, just like Ellie, but a little bit elevated. I am just trying my best to be right for the make sure everyone is right in the campaign, right in the group. I mean, to be fair, when you're actually in Ravenloft and you had to go through many of the domains in Dread, it can be a little bit hard to, well, not fall into despair, which I'm trying my best in my group not to actually do so. But now,
Yes, the Perky Goth Queen.
I am very much the perky goth fiend. And last but not least, a fan favorite. This is Violet Lilac Lavender Heliotrope, and I am the Amethyst Dragonborn. It has been so long since I've actually been part of this years, and maybe I should actually try my best to practice this voice. To be fair.
Okay. I'm glad to have asked this question. Genuinely.
Yes, it's good. Very good vocal range.
I'm very interested in your vocal range. It's very clear you have a strong, not only range in design, but also range in vocality. However,
Yes.
one, I love being reminded of Nessa because my brain ends up going to a certain image of her.
Ah! Ah!
Happy Mardi Gras. Anyway,
I mean, the moment you brought up Malante, like, brain short-circuited for a moment.
also, I will always be a sucker for dancer girl designs. That one also
Yeah.
sticks out to me. The G, I can't imagine why. Anyway, but I do have one question that was not a bit of a hidden ulterior motive that was not answered there. I'll be upfront with you. So you got any like girls with like a bit of a southern accent in their voice on you?
Huh.
Just putting that. Just ask.
I don't think you have one
Golem,
yet.
stop music! I'm sorry.
I don't think you have one, and
Oh, she
actually, I
do.
think... Wait,
Oh.
which one?
Hold on, let me wet my whistle again because I'm gonna need it.
Like, it's been a while, okay?
Mighty kind for actually asking for me. It has been such a while.
I was just gonna say, I knew it was gonna be her. I was wondering if you gave her a voice yet. I was wondering.
Ladies and gentlemen, and every non-binary that is lovely out there, my name is Isabel Kane. And this lovely gun that I actually made here is called the Sugar Cane. I know it's a little bit quirky, but I happen to be one that is, well, one for quirks. But it's actually nice to actually meet y'all.
Yeah, brain. Ugh.
I love women.
Yes, we
Yeah,
can
good.
agree.
You good, bro?
No. No, they are not.
I'm fine. Brain,
need you
brain's
to,
going back to
like-
normal.
I already mentioned my enjoyment of like various other things you have designed. You know that tick boxes for me. Funny Southern bells are another thing that tick boxes for me, and I'm just like, Mickey keeps winning. Fuck. My libido's gonna pay for your energy bill.
I mean, if you're offering.
You're killing me here, mate.
Yeah, when her comms open again, I'm rushing. I'm not even fronting you. I'm not.
Help! I can't breathe.
Don't worry, everybody. They'll be fine. My friends will lift, I think.
Oh, trust me, I'm not living. I'm thriving now.
Now, it is time
That's all
for
I
us to talk about the 4th of Wet July. The wettest and suckiest camp trip that we've ever faced, isn't it, honey?
And not the good kind of wet, chat.
Now,
Don't get excited.
okay, let me take you by the hand and share this story of what happened in that said 4th of July wet trip. So, Steve and I decided to go. We're invited by his folks to go to a camp that's 2 hours away from where we live, and this is going to be taking place in a lake, one which Steve hasn't seen in how many years, honey?
Prior to that moment, I'd say a solid 4 years, maybe 3.
And so we decided, and they kind of sort of roasted me into the text. Like, I don't know if I could actually handle being
Rough it.
rough it out into the wilderness. which is a bruh moment, but it is a moment that it does indeed plant a stubborn seed in there. And boy howdy, it was not worth it. So, Steve and I managed to make the preparations, even going as far to actually buy ourselves steak fajitas, and also chicken too, for the sake of we bought skirt steak, and then I start marinating it for our fajitas, alongside with the chicken too, so we could actually barbecue them onto the lake. And all is going seemingly well for this one trip, until we kind of got word from the weather that things are going to look pretty wet. And Steve's mom actually suggested that maybe, just maybe, you could just stay in the ranch for one night, and then you can meet us up into the lake by the 4th. Because the original plan is that we spend 2 days there in the lake, and Steve and I will leave in the 4th. But after some contemplating, we decided to actually just say, you know what? Let's try to at least make it work. Let's go to the camp. Let's try to sleep there. But as we go further along, we realize we did not bring in a tent. No, we didn't even went to Walmart. We were there at Walmart, and yet we did not buy a tent. It did not cross our minds that
we did bring an air mattress, though.
We did bring an air mattress, though, so that's the one piece of good news. So when we arrive in the tent, the weather is starting to look a little bit bad, a little bit questionable, but we told ourselves, well, maybe it will clear up later in the evening. Who knows? And we did enjoy our time. I tried my best to take care of my ear the best I could because ear infection. And, ear infection plus perforated eardrum. So, all was going seemingly well. We also used this time to actually see if the air mattress will work inside our car. And if not, maybe using a big floaty that would act like a big bed floaty. That'll act as our bed inside of the car. But the rain slowly did not let up at all, especially when we're about to call it a night. And we spent a few hours in that car without with very little ventilation, very little in terms of room. And I am almost there in the cusp of sleep, but just barely where Steve could not sleep at all. Isn't that right, honey?
Mm-hmm. I went to bed around 11 o'clock, maybe midnight. And I stayed up for an additional until 3 a.m. when I just could not take it anymore. Evacuated the car and just stood out in the rain because it was preferable than being in that car.
Well, actually, it was 2 a.m. when I hear you shifting from your spot. I was in the cusp of trying to fall asleep when I heard you, and after getting out from the car so you could actually get some air out from the outside, that's when we came to realize, no, we can't make this work. We tried though, but no. So we decided to actually just pack our stuff and leave the camp. It sucked, really, but what other choice do we have, you know? It doesn't help that the rain is starting to become a little bit rougher. So we packed our stuff and ventured out into the darkness of the rainy weather for 2 hours straight to the land of comfort where his folks live, if you will. Their home is at. And it was not easy traversing through the dark. I had to be vigilant along with Steve so we don't actually get ourselves, into a bad mess than how it was before. And seeing the lightning and thunder that does in the horizons really made me shift in my seats. It was not comfortable at all. So when we finally arrive in his home 2 hours later, we went inside. We went inside. We managed to fix up the bed, and we had slept for 3 hours.
We then get a call from my mom. Hey, Comfort is flooding. Y'all need to evacuate.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And we woke up at around 8. And by 9 o'clock, we were starting to see, oh shit, yeah, she's right. We need to get out.
But not before we had no choice but to bring their important belongings. Their couple of laptops, the old family cat, because she's over 20 years old, she's a geriatric, and Steve's dad's ashes.
I had no idea we're there.
Well, at least he's safe, you know? But as the more we pack up our stuff and their important stuff, I took a moment to look out in the weather itself, and dear gods above, it got real bad. It got real bad. In fact, these are the pictures from Steve's perspective. I'm sharing them right now on what we had basically seen, you know?
Wait. Is that wave rippling? Oh my goodness.
Yeah?
Yep.
By the time we're about done, the river has reached that high up.
Yes, this is the phenomenon known as flash flooding.
And it's a common thing within Texas. When it rains for an extended period of time, because Texas is mostly a flat land, it floods.
And this is the river that's and this is like an area not far from the house, and this is on a bridge when we're about to leave. Those were trees, mind you, chat. These are trees. These are what Steve and I have witnessed on our way out leaving the town. But yeah.
Yeah. You do not want to fuck around with flash flooding.
No. I mean, I've not been part of a large-scale evacuation since when I was younger and the neighborhood was on fire. But that's just another story for another time. We left the town. We went to the ranch. We had to be careful because the road was wet at that time. But we actually were successfully able to go there, drop off the cat and the belongings, and Steve and I just went home. And we were actually able to make it home safe and sound. But we were so wired up, if you will, from everything.
You were able to sleep just fine. I was so wired up I couldn't even try to rest.
I think
Because for the last 36 hours, I was effectively in an active combat state.
believe me, it was the roughest weekend that we've ever. Well, it was the roughest and wet and the bad wet kind of 4th of July that Steve and I ever had.
And the rain continued on for the rest of the weekend as well.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Just hope that the barn and such, that you guys were there when you were at the ranch are doing okay, because looking at those photos, they are not. At least it looks kind of recoverable.
I mean,
You should see
when
the river house.
we were told that when his folks returned to their home, the river has receded, but it was their house that was by a different town that suffered the worst of the damage. See, Steve's folks have an Airbnb that is the river house. That is a house that is located about half an hour's drive away from it, and it is where they actually renovated it and turned it into an Airbnb / family get-together getaway. But this house has actually got the worst of the river damages compared to the ranch, and the comfort. Like it has. Okay, how do I describe this? Imagine, if you will, that it has a dock on top of well, not a dock, more like
A deck.
a deck that is right in the back of the house where you can actually go and have a relax, if you will. The river water has reached levels so high it almost destroyed that deck.
Put things from a further perspective, that house also had a basement. Inside the basement itself was 4 feet of water.
Yay! Damn.
Yep. And that basement has my desk that I want to take with me, but but they were fine. They had flood insurance, but dear goodness, gravity.
I'm afraid it gets worse than that, hon. At least, well, not for the family directly, but for others.
I know. It does make you kind of think.
And so far, there have been a confirmed 82 casualties.
82?
That is right.
And a fair number of them being from a kid's summer camp.
Oh no! Oh.
This might be a horrible time to say this, but I need to leave real quick.
All right, Danica.
Yeah, I might be back. I might not be. It depends on where the day takes me. But it was great being here.
Hey, it's also great to see you again, and thank you so very much for coming here.
Oh no, you're welcome. Always happy to be here.
Do what you need to do, friend.
Later, gang.
Take care. Okay. Take care. But those poor kids, and it's summer camp. Oh no.
I know.
That's how you traumatize a child. That is just unfortunate to say this, but that's how you get traumatized to go to summer camp.
Well, geez, that definitely puts things into perspective as somebody who has been on camps up the Orange River.
Oh my.
Granted, we didn't have to deal with flash flooding, but I have been up river camping before.
Really?
I've had to deal with flash flooding once in my life. Granted, I was like 1999, in 2002-ish. And it was at a family get-together. Thankfully, there was an area within the family get-together where there was high ground we could seek out shelter. But I have seen flash floods before, and it's quite the reason why to this day I have a fear of heavy rain.
I've encountered a few floods in my time.
I
both,
have
here and in uni. But
I
not
have
like anything particular major.
I've been relatively fortunate living at the base of a mountain to have less of that problem because obviously the terrain's elevated. That's not to say that flooding and rainwater don't have effects. Chapman's Peak in Cape Town, mountain pass there is infamous for being closed due to rock slides, for example.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, kind of a problem when you build your scenic mountain pass in order to get by the massive mountain along the side of said mountain when it rains.
Yeah, and where I live, both here and at uni, when I'm at home, we have like a massive reservoir, and that's actually flowed a few times to the point where the city has actually built flood defenses up in my area, and I will say they may have gone a little bit paranoid since there's some all the way up in an area that never gets flooded, so... But, precaution.
Yeah,
Due to, the heavy rain.
Yeah, as many water-based disasters taught us, it is better to be overly cautious than underly cautious because, you can have everything from flash flooding to Fukushima if you don't have respect for water.
Better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Yeah,
I need to get back to work, so take care, though.
Take care, honey.
Take care.
See you later.
Yeah, hon.
Love you
See
too.
ya.
Okay.
And in the other area, it's because his thing. The campus that I go to, it's actually separated. It's actually right next to a, like a not like kayaking. I forget what the name of it's called again because, you know where we have like boats. Oh yeah, canalways. That's what it was. We have canal port. We have a canal port like right next to the campus.
Mm-hmm.
And that flooded a part of the restaurant and a part of the campus.
Dear goodness.
Yeah, the worst flooding we had was essentially a rain spillway in Cape Town. It was by our apartment. That flooded up to like foot level, and it ended up flooding the elevator shaft.
Wait, really?
Yeah, we discovered a couple of things. One, the shaft was flooded, and two, there was a completely frayed electrical cable just sitting there, like one of those large electrical power cables for a 1970s elevator.
Huh.
But yeah, the other thing I was talking about, we went up to, I believe, the border with Namibia along the Orange River, which is a river in South Africa that runs all the way from the Drakensberg Mountains in Lesotho west through South Africa and then along the South Africa-Namibia border to the Atlantic.
Jeez.
It's a very big and beautiful river.
Ah, here it is. I actually found a picture.
I wasn't really part of flash floods when it happens, for what I could remember. The closest thing I could remember, where I can't help but feel a little bit terrified on Mother Nature is when, typhoons were a thing in the Philippines. Like,
Understandable.
Yeah.
though Cebu doesn't actually have the worst of the typhoons compared to the rest of the islands, it still is a terrifying experience in a sense.
Yeah, when it comes to something like floods, not having the worst of it doesn't necessarily mean everything is all right.
Yeah. Like,
But sometimes, every now and then, you will find something that is a little bit funny. There was a time where there was a little bit of a small flash flood that happened in Hawaii when my mom was working in the care home that I used to work in, and she noticed that she and a coworker had noticed that of what's floating down the water from what's floating down on the street where the flash flood is going is a trash can.
Because of course it is.
that's a little funny though.
Yep. It is a little funny.
Also, I left a picture of what happened to that area. Like this is from the other side of the on the campus where the normal people would just walk about.
Whoa. Some of the water really did lift that area, huh?
Yeah, it was a heavy rain. Although it was funny, I think I was actually there when it happened, but I did not notice that whatsoever.
Okay, let's see. I just noticed something that Savage said earlier that I need to quickly get back to. What is your favorite type of large predatory animal?
I think I know the answer, by the way.
Savage,
They're plotting something.
Savage, what are you cooking? What are you up to? Should I be
Something very interesting.
Okay, my favorite large predatory type animal. Well, I know tigers are definitely up there, but wolves
Yeah,
too.
called it.
What do you called it? Can I explain, dear? Elaborate.
You've told me that you like tigers multiple times. Oh, I found the footage of the flooded elevator shaft and the frayed electrical. It's not actually electrical. It's just a cable.
Okay, let's see. What time is it right now? It's oh, It's that time, huh? Hey, Chad, how about we actually use this opportunity to stand up, stretch your legs, use the bathroom, and let me go save my image so we don't, lose
Yes.
progress. Okay. There we go.
Well,
There's Fleur.
And I'm gonna get myself going for a bit as well too.
Alright, thank you for coming, Afton.
I appreciate it as always. I shall be seeing y'all later then.
Alrighty.
Also, just to say this right now, be careful of those scales. Let's just say the kobolds they're related to may have something to do with Basil Hughes. But anyway, bye!
What? Oh, god damn it. Actually, yeah, we'll be right back, Juxa Dragon. We're just taking an intermission. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Stand up, stretch those legs. We'll be back in 10 minutes, chat. See you soon.
See you in 10.
right, we are back. Thank you for waiting.
Welcome back.
Cat, hi, it's nice seeing you there. Thank you all for waiting. I hope you guys managed to do what you do to take care of yourselves. I sure have. I just need to make sure that my ear is doing okay. Okay. How is Miki feeling? I'm doing alright. I'm just making sure that my ear is doing okay in terms of making sure it's alright. It still is full. It still feels full, but I'm not feeling any pain. Besides the ear, I'm doing alright. I'm doing alright. I think if anything, I am just looking forward to doing some baking again. If should the opportunity ever present itself? Because I will give the camping trip this though. I will give the worst camping trip this though. It was the first time when preparing that trip. It was the first time I was able to make chocolate chip cookies for the first time.
Very nice.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, I have always wanted to make my own cookies, and it has been that for a while since earlier this month, I think. And let me actually present this to y'all so you guys can actually see this. This is the said cookies in question that I just made for that said camping trip. Ever tried making peanut butter blossoms? Those are fun to eat. I've never actually heard of that, but those are actually sound pretty nice to hear. But yes, these are the cookies I made for that said trip, and I decided to combine a little bit of chocolate and chocolate chips for this one, and they turned out pretty well-ish, but I know I could do a little bit better. Something I can't wait to actually put my mind into it. Because I learned that when it comes to certain temperatures and how long you actually make the dough sit, the cookies will actually the cookies texture will actually be affected. What about Nanaimo bars? They don't need baking.
Nanaimo bars?
Yeah. Are you aware of them, dear?
They come from a place in Canada under the same name on the west coast.
Well, what are they like?
Never had them myself because I'm allergic to them, but
Oh,
yeah,
right.
Nanaimo is a city in Vancouver.
Oh. Now, I know that I designed Fleur with the frills on her.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay, dear. It's okay.
Vancouver Island in British Columbia, excuse me.
It's okay. Now, I know I had designed Fleur with frills in her outfit, but if I had to be a little bit more honest with myself, I think her skirt is kind of based on the same material to that of a walking dress back then. Now, I know this sounds a little bit outlandish, and trust me, I am also learning this too, because when your DM gives you the homework that the campaign is set in 1890s of that time period, I had to do the homework in terms of what how the fashion and society is made back in the day, mostly fashion, because look, I'm an artist and I like designing my character and outfits. So I am given the assignment on how to make my character look just about accurate of the time period of that setting. And if we have to take a peel back of the curtain real fast before we actually get to this, trust me, this'll be self-explanatory. Bear with me. Okay. The 1890s fashion back then is a lot different now in 2025, where we had the means of making our we had the means of having our to dress up a little bit more easier back then. The fashion back then in 2025 is different. Like, this is a sampler of, mind you, of people who dressed back then on the era of 1890s, if you will. And that's not just all. 1890s in terms of fashion, they have different types of outfits for the occasion. You got not only, I mean, sure, you got yourself the standards like the night slips, the wrappers, and whatnot. But there's also a thing that is there's also a thing where now I know there's a okay. Now I know that there is a blog about it where someone has actually made a major homework. Why didn't I not save this? Why did I not save the link? I'm kicking myself for it. But there is a thing that when it comes to but there is a thing that is back then when it comes to there it is. I found it. Okay, I found the link. Okay. There's a thing when it comes to Victorian fashion where you will have certain outfits. You got yourselves the tea gowns, if you will. This is basically your average your house dress when it comes to the middle and upper class society members back then. And most of the people will actually wear this. Most of the women back then would wear this to be relaxed, or they would actually have casual meetings and whatnot. And then you got yourselves the day dress, which is this, where people go out to actually join in for occasions that taken place in the early day back then, early party events. The walking dress, where as what it's I shit you not, is meant for like walking around when it comes to that time period over there. And I do admit, I do actually like the how it's designed. The evening dress, where when it comes to late night party events, and finally, no, this is a dinner dress. This is the dinner dress. When it comes to dinner events, when it comes to dinner events, you need to be appropriate. And then finally, the piece de resistance, the evening dress, the more flashier and much more the much more flashier and prettier looking of all the dresses in 1890s and the Victorian period. And Fleur is definitely up there in terms of flashy, but I'm also trying to incorporate some elements when it comes to the walking dress, but I think I'm also failing a little bit miserably there. But certain elements are there when in terms of the poofy sleeves, if you will, because yeah. And the reason why she's looking this provocative is because it entails that it also showcases Fleur's character. Fleur's character, that she is much more freer and much more she has much more freedom in terms of how she is compared to growing up, compared to her time back in 1890s England. Oh hey, I could 1890s. Oh hey, I could have quit my road with a mouser. Yeah. Maybe the clothes in the 80s took inspiration from those. Maybe. There is a sense of modesty in there. Well, to be fair, modesty is the big thing back in the late Victorian era of that time. To the point that it's a little bit detrimental, if you will. Because when it comes to learning a little bit more about yourself, it it's a little bit of a no-no. I don't know. I may be wrong. I may have to do some research on how society is back then because we got certain types of books like Bram Stoker's Dracula, Jekyll and Hyde, where it showcases snippets on how people act in such a time period, especially when it comes to Jekyll and Hyde, where because of the Victorian era, the titular character himself wasn't really was this imposing and well-known figure in high society, but always has to hide his base urges, and what those base urges are could literally be anything, but but since this is Victorian era at the time, it could be just be the lightest offenses to just heaviest offenses. I don't know. And in Fleur's case, this also happens to her too. Like she is a prominent figure from her family line. She is a prominent figure. She comes from a very prominent family, and one which they have one which they make a name for themselves in society. But just like Dr. Jekyll himself, also has a darker side of her where she hides base urges. And by darker, that's in quotation marks, and we have talked about when it comes to Fleur's hand fetish, especially when it comes to the type of hands that I actually mentioned here. And boy, there's a story that goes with it. I don't know if I should actually share it here in the chat because I don't know, it might make people faint or make me look. But yes, Fleur has lived a little bit long enough knowing that these kind of urges are a bit wrong. So she tries her best to repress it where she could, just so she can actually fit in when it comes to high society, especially considering the fact that she's she was previously an heiress, if you will. An heiress to that is said to an heiress that is said to be to inherit something that would elevate her family to something higher. But unfortunately, when she lost that, but unfortunately, she lost that and would do what she can to actually get that back. No matter what the cost would it be. I'll set myself on my fainting couch. She doesn't collect hands this time around. If anything, she does she's it's a latter two where she likes to be handsy, and she likes them to, and she would want them on her, if you will. So yes, let's see, what else am I missing in Fleur's design? Ah, right, yes. These right here. I think I'll have to use a different brush in terms of the beadwork when it comes to her outfit. And the flowers too, because there's no way I can actually draw this thing out without mucking it up. I'm also on the fence on drawing the lace too by hand. Oh, hello, Bio.
Hello.
Hello.
I see that you're drawing an ancient old OC.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. How it goes?
I'm doing alright.
Pardon me.
I am talking about Fleur as we speak when we're actually drawing this titular character. Other than that, earlier I was actually doing voice ranges and how I was able to play my OCs and making their voice quite distinguishable from each other. I'm still working on it in terms of range, but I was able to make it work.
Yeah, I was also like listening to like the whole Jekyll and Hyde, Bram Stoker's Dracula, like, you know, half, at least like a quarter of the Universal monsters and whatever. Would Jekyll and Hyde be considered a Universal monster?
Well,
I gotta fact check this.
yeah, might as well.
Jekyll and Hyde.
You dare rub le gasp, you dare burp in the presence of ladies.
What? And exposed shoulders in front of the other women. Oh, that's a balderdash. That's a balderdash.
But yes, she actually, unlike her previous incarnation, when she would collect hands, she's a type that wants to be very handsy and wants people to put those hands on her, if you will.
And even throw hands if needed.
Good question. Good question.
Yeah. Okay, so adaptations. The adaptations of the Strange Case. It's the stage plays.
But I will say
Film.
this: cultural osmosis has really changed the. I really thought that when it comes to Jekyll and Hyde, it was a play on a dual personality kind of deal. But when I learned the actual source material itself, it really has changed my perspective onto the story.
Yeah.
I'm sure that you are
Yeah.
aware on how the actual Jekyll and Hyde story goes, right?
Believe it or not, I'm not actually all that familiar with the story. I know that there's a beast inside Mr. Hyde. That's a Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. That's all I know.
You know what I?
So you don't know the original source how the story goes.
No, not
Yeah.
originally.
Oh boy! I am. Oh boy!
Oh.
Oh boy! It's story time with Mickey.
Yep.
Oh, Beyond 37. Hi, welcome to the Paper Plane In, and thank you so very much for the follow. I'm Ikatanui, and we are designing a character who hasn't seen the light of day since 2009. That is an old character, so we're breathing life into her and redesigning her as we speak. So, chat, my friends, let me take you by the hand and explaining a little bit of the story of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And, okay, Golem, pause music. Thank you very much for pausing that ahead of time. Okay, so, Jekyll and Hyde, I'm sure that you're aware that Jekyll and Hyde is this one particular story that came back in the Victorian era, where you have yourself, when it comes to the Mad Doctor, who makes a potion and he brings forth a monster, the Hyde. But this story's a little bit more different than that. So the actual story starts with a man named Utterson, and he is a lawyer. Who is on his walks when it comes to his cousin, where said cousin recalls about an encounter he saw last night, of a particular man, of a collision course between a particular man and a little girl who are about to who are crossing paths, when this particular man just actually runs over the girl. The cousin and the girl's family are not really happy about this, and tells him to actually to compensate for what he's actually did. This particular man is actually Mr. Hyde. So Mr. Hyde goes to his home, presents the check to the said cousin, where it's actually been written by the name of Dr. Jekyll. So they think that this.
Hello.
Hi, Jay.
Oh,
Hey,
heck, he's
sorry-
back.
Hey, sorry for leaving so abruptly.
It's okay. Are you all right?
Oh no, I'm fine. It's just my break ended,
Oh,
and now I'm on my lunch.
fair enough. Well, I'm talking about Dr. Jekyll and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, the actual source, the actual sauce.
Yeah.
Wait, so is this character inspired by Jekyll and Hyde then?
No, but the conversation has been brought to the table, and I'm recounting as we speak.
Yeah.
I see.
So this is all
okay.
just. So this is just like a crash course in like the history of Jekyll and Hyde.
Yep. So.
What a fascinating story it is too.
So, Utterson is actually worried that this Mr. Hyde is actually keeping Dr. Jekyll under his thumb and intends to investigate. And when he finally meets up with this particular Mr. Hyde, it doesn't help his investigation a little bit more because there's something weird and funky with the way how he looks. That not only does he look not nasty to look at, but he feels like it's something in the uncanny valley type of feeling. So when he finally meets up with Dr. Jekyll himself, he is he also talks to Dr. Jekyll's former companion, former friend named Dr. Lanyon, who actually asked if Dr. Jekyll's doing okay. Lanyon has not been talking to Mr. Hyde. Has not been talking to Dr. Jekyll for a long time. Not since Dr. Jekyll has started to dabble in some dark science. So when Utterson actually meets up with Dr. Jekyll is okay. He's a man who's in the brink of 50, but he's a well-known prominent figure in society. He asked Jekyll if Mr. Hyde is actually breathing under his neck, and he said that he is doing okay. He's keeping Jekyll under control, and he will get rid of him whenever he wants. So that's reassuring. The next day after this said particular meeting, however, a murder happened. A well-known figure in society named Danvers Carew was walking around and asked Mr. Hyde directions. You know, an elderly man asking for directions. Nothing wrong with that. What does Dr. Jekyll did? Does it A, actually give him directions? Does it B, he actually uses his cane and beat him to death? Does it C, did he leave him alone? It's B.
Yeah, it's just straight up B.
He just be murdering.
Yep. He murdered an elderly man and actually fled the scene, where a piece of the cane is all what's left from the crime scene itself. Utterson was able to take a look at this said evidence, and it belongs to Dr. Jekyll, where he actually goes and sees the doctor himself, but he was utterly upset. He was utterly upset, utterly not in a good spot. But he did actually present a note to Utterson that Dr. Jekyll has actually fled the scene and he will never come back. So Utterson actually is relieved that this nefarious fiend will never make his appearance ever again, and says it so to Dr. Jekyll. But when he's about to leave, the servant to Dr. Jekyll says there hasn't been a sign of anyone ever coming in or out of the mansion itself. And when he actually presents the note to Dr. Jekyll's note, as well as a dinner invitation that Dr. Jekyll's presented, these two notes that Jekyll and Hyde are written in the same hand. So Utterson actually thought that this there might be some level of foul play that's been building up. So when he actually visits Lanyon once again, after it's been some time, Lanyon was actually in the brink of death. He had succumbed to a shock that he knows he can never recover from. So when he actually asks him, hey, so he then goes, hey, Dr. Lanyon, I know this is a bit much, but have you ever heard of any word about Dr. Jekyll? No! Don't you dare utter that man's name ever again! I forbid it! I will... And eventually, Lanyon dies, but not before leaving a note to Utterson, not opening this said note until something actually happened to Dr. Jekyll. And Dr. Jekyll is becoming even more and more reclusive. So, one day, a servant from Dr. Jekyll's goes to Utterson, asking him to please come into the mansion because things have gone really, really wrong. It's even so bad that when Utterson and a servant arrived to Dr. Jekyll's mansion, other servants are huddled in the corner out of it, shaking in fear. So when they arrive to to the office of Dr. Jekyll, they tell him that Utterson is here, only to hear that Mr. Hyde's voice is telling him to go away, and it hasn't been. And this has been occurring for the past few days. The servant even points out that they've been actually going for miles beyond for pharmacies around for a particular chemical sold, but it appears that it was not really working with whatever Dr. Jekyll is working behind those doors. So Utterson says, "Enough is enough. I am beating down this door. I demand answers." But the moment he finally does so, bang, and Dr. Jekyll is laid down on the floor dead, wearing no. Mr. Hyde is laying down on the floor dead, wearing Dr. Jekyll's clothes that are a little bit too big for him. Even more curiouser and curiouser, but there also appears to be a note for Utterson, where it instructs Utterson to actually read Lanyard's note and then his note, and the story would bridge together. Okay, ready for part 2?
Yep.
There's a part 2?
So, it starts off with Dr. Lanyard's note, where one day he's got a word from Dr. Jekyll that he is in need of help, and all he needs is to retrieve his notes, some chemicals that is in a particular drawer that is in his place, and to meet up with a particular person who will show up at midnight. Dr. Lanyon is not sure what the hullabaloo is about, but he agrees to go with it. He was able to find the materials themselves, but is not sure what the heck are these supposed to be about, but decides to follow through the letter, no questions asked. Later that night, Mr. Hyde has finally showed up, which Lanyon has no idea who this is, but Mr. Hyde was able to combine the components that Lanyon has actually procured. And then he asked Dr. Lanyon that if he is still curious to know what the truth is about, he will do it, but once he learns, he cannot unlearn it. Lanyon agrees, and the moment he drinks the concoction, Mr. Hyde went through a painful transformation until he turns into Dr. Jekyll. Mr. Lanyon obviously got a blue screen of death of a shock that he never recovers from it. And therefore he never got to listen to the science behind that said concoction. And then Utterson reads Dr. Jekyll's notes. Dr. Jekyll, in that particular letter, has pointed out that he is a prominent member in society, but he's always fighting against these dark base urges for his long life. Whatever these urges are, the book never explains. But given that this is Victorian England at the time, it could either range from, I don't know, cannibalizing babies or just doing drag, or even the most benign, harmless things that would make a Victorian person faint in their closest fainting couch. You know, the works. But
I don't know. Like, when I looked at the story, I always got the intention that the idea that, you know, Dr. Jekyll struggled with like violent intentions. You know.
Mm.
Like he had the desire to hurt, but he knew it was wrong, so he wanted to expunge it.
So, in other words, indulging on his intrusive thoughts through his split personality, his other personality.
Oh,
Exactly.
I'm about to get
Yeah, I
to
believe that
part.
was the entire point of the story, actually. that he created a potion specifically to bring out some
Ahem.
other side of himself.
I'm about to get to that part. So, Dr. Jekyll has reached a point in his life where he has to repress these base urges with a thick blanket of shame because he knows he wants to fit in. He went as far to actually make a list of what makes these things good or what makes it evil. And so he's trying to create a potion that will actually make the split a little bit literal. It was until he actually created the said concoction that will allow him to actually that will allow him to change his appearance and actually that actually brings forth that in a sense it actually became his okay, how do I actually describe this? How would Red describe this again? Oh yeah. It was then he created the concoction, which actually changes his appearance. He becomes younger, freer, and he believes that this is the result of all the evil sides that weren't indulged as much. So he didn't become a different person. He just dropped his inhibitions when it comes to when he takes this potion, and so he was able to actually indulge in these base urges, whatever he wants, whatever it is. He basically just created a chemical secret identity. And so he was able to... So as time passed on, Jekyll was able to create a mansion, some pensions, so that whenever something went wrong with him, all of his inheritance will go straight to Hyde, should that happens. But something does go wrong. The more he actually takes in the potion, the more it becomes a little bit harder for him to put it down. And
so like a drug addiction, if you will.
Basically, I mean, the book is literally an allegory to addiction.
Yeah, drug addiction and everything. That's what I literally. That's exact. It's also, might I point out, was also the inspiration for the hit movie The Nutty Professor by Eddie Murphy.
And so, it got to a little bit of a point where he actually, but then it comes to a point where these, the more he indulges on these, under these base urges, the more consequences are starting to rear its ugly head. Remember the time when Utterson's cousins caught him in the early part of the story?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It was enough to give him a bit of a wake-up call to actually make him stop using the potion for a while, because his identity as Jekyll is the one safety net when it comes to his base urges. So he decided to go cold turkey for 2 months without taking the said potion. But having the freedom of doing the thing you wanted was a little bit too tempting for Jekyll. So he decided to go for a little hit and then commits
just
murder.
One hit. Just trust me. I just need one hit, all right? And then I'm done. For reals.
And then he commits murder by killing Danvers Carew. Now this causes serious consequences. And this was enough to actually make the potion's gimmick become a little bit more permanent. Because there was a point where Jekyll goes to bed as Jekyll but wakes up as Hyde. And now he has to create the potion so he can be Jekyll. And there was also a point where when he left the house, he transforms into Hyde. Hence why he wrote the note to Dr. Lanyon for the meetup, the concoctions, and Lanyon's eventual blue screen of death moment. But eventually he holds himself up to his mansion. Hyde is the split is starting. The transformation is starting to become a literal split personality at that point, and it doesn't help that the chemical salt that was part of his potion has run out, and any new batches that he got from it, there's an impurity in it that doesn't make the concoction work. So by the time he transforms back into Hyde, it's literally the death of Dr. Jekyll. So he might as well make it actual literal when Utterson goes breaking down the door. So yeah, Utterson eventually takes over Dr. Jekyll's wealth and, well, the dark secret shenanigans that comes with it. That's the story of the strange case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde that is best interpreted by Miki. I need a
From
swig.
memory. A swig of
Ugh.
water, I imagine. You gotta stay hydrated. See, that whole thing, I don't know what any. I know there's like tons and tons of adaptations, like direct adaptations, retellings, sequels, all spoofs, parodies, and whatever. But I've never seen a retelling of the story, like beat for beat, of the strange case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, but in the 80s.
Right?
Like more specifically, like London in the in the 80s. Like, because there's the drug outbreak and whatever, so and instead of just like potions, it could just be like syringes, like it's a new drug or something that's like, I don't know, like, you know what, fuck it, I might as well just write a whole like play about it, like a whole stage play about it.
All right, Golem.
You might as. I mean, you could.
Yeah. Plus,
Yes,
I don't have to like go ham on the production. I could just like be like, just 80s clothes, 80s set, and also like just a bit of, yeah.
You could even make it so that Jekyll himself was the creator and therefore a dictee of the same drug.
Yeah, that's it.
And
he
was trying to, distribute it, but then he realized that there were like negative consequences.
Yeah, like the police, and then he ends up like killing someone and just being like, oh fuck. You know what? I just imagine like this version of Jekyll just being like a very soft-spoken, very uptight and a bit off, just a bit off. And then with Hyde, it's like, oh, Gov, what's this? What's this? You don't want a hit? Yeah, come on, just take a fucking hit. It's just take a fucking hit. It's all right. It makes you feel like £1 million. It makes you feel like £1 million fucking pounds.
So, yeah, that is the story of Jekyll and Hyde, and yep.
It's pretty much exactly what you think it is.
It is exactly what it is, and not to mention it served as the inspiration for like a few characters, especially, I don't know if you heard about this character called the Hulk.
Yeah, it's true. The Curious Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde was literally one of two main inspirations for the Hulk, the other being Frankenstein's monster.
And also Two-Face, if you want to go that far as well, because like literally, because it is absolutely like there and given, and plus like the murderous impulses is like very Jekyll and Hyde coded with Two-Face.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
You know,
do you think this original iteration is much better compared to how pop culture osmosis depicts it?
It's pretty wild if considering like the original, like it's really wild considering that this was like written in like the 19th century and how it is like, it's still ahead of its time with its themes and everything. Like,
ironically, I would call it behind its time, not because it's worse, but because it is better in that respect.
Yeah, which is why I sort of pitched it as like, even if it's a stage play, like an 80s retelling, like a whole retelling of the whole thing as like set in the 1980s, and how like Jay elaborated and how like he Hyde as like the dealer and sort of like maybe the kingpin. Like,
you could you could make him like the kingpin behind it.
Yeah, like a criminal, like a master criminal, and then like all the stuff that happens later on, like in the third act of the original story happened. Like he just gets like he has something and it just fucks him up, and he just looks so fucked up, and then he just like goes a bit.
You could even say like he's the Hyde is the kingpin, Jekyll's the unwitting pawn of it.
That's it. And you know what? And I know this is like a stage play, but I would definitely cast Tom Hardy, because like he is an immaculate actor as well. I mean, Jesus, have you seen? I really want to see Bronson, but like just the whole fucking like he's such a he kills it. He kills it in that movie. Not because he's actually playing as a.
I mean, Tom Hardy's pretty. Tom Hardy's a solid choice, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna need a lozenge after doing the storytelling like that. But
Sounds
worth
like it.
Worth it.
Yep, worth it. Absolutely worth it.
Look, I'm not the best storyteller, but I do my best to share knowledge, and you gotta put a check on that and then you gotta put a check on that mark.
Yeah, and also if it's just like based off like from the top of your head as well, like, or even like some of it's good. I commend it.
I commend thee.
Hey. Okay, Tom actually does work on stage, says Lord Bluff. Okay, I think those
Yeah,
rules-
again, I feel like Tom Hardy would be a solid choice for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with like, Bronson and also Peaky Blinders as well. And even fucking Legend, where he literally plays twins, like who plays twins who look the same but behave like incredibly different. Hang on, I gotta find a clip. It is such a. It's actually based off it's based off the case or like of the Cray twins in the 1960s, believe it or not, which is insane.
I can't help but wonder. I wonder if I should actually implement some lacing onto Fleur's design.
Actually, while I'm still here, I ended up missing the backstory about this character in particular. Do you mind telling me?
Okay, I'll try my best to recap the best of my capabilities, but bear in mind my throat is it has been through better days, but hey, that's storytelling for you. So, Fleur is a prominent member in society in the late 1800s of Victorian England at the time, because the campaign that I intend to play as Fleur, is set in that time period, the 1890s. So, Fleur is said to become an heiress, one that comes from a very prominent family who actually made a well-known business, and is set to marry someone who's going to be a viscount, if you will, at that time. And yes,
You mean a viscount?
it's been a while, but yes. And unfortunately, certain circumstances has got that stolen from her, and she is not very particularly happy about it. So she intends to actually take that back, no matter the cost, no matter how dirty her hands are going to be.
No matter who gets hurt.
Yep.
Yeah, no matter who gets hurt, someone is gonna be, someone's gonna get hurt one way or another.
Someone is going to want someone dead.
You're not
Yeah.
entirely wrong. I mean,
It's a
this
bit of
is
It's a
set.
fucking rolling pin.
I mean, this
Like
is
that
set
cake.
in the time period, of the 1890s, where
You gotta
a
be
lot of things
accurate.
happened that time.
Yeah, you gotta be. You you have every right to be as accurate as you should be.
Mhm.
So, I'm trying to find that one clip where it's just like, okay, so in the movie Legend, there's a scene where like a bunch of mobs have gone to. I gotta find it. I'm sorry, but keep going.
Take your time. And I have actually worked my hardest on how to make Fleur work, because the original depiction of Fleur is really, really rough. Look, I was a stupid kid. Again, I'm saying this until the cows come home. I was a stupid, edgy kid back then. Okay? I don't know from my left boob what I was doing in terms of character designing.
Mhm.
But I'm hoping that this new iteration of Fleur would fix that.
Right.
And in this new iteration of Fleur, she is someone who is from a very prominent family, but was snubbed out from her heiress position, and now is trying to get that back. You know, it has been a while since I've actually done a basic revenge story.
That's funny. I was actually watching an essay about revenge stories.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so funny. It's from this what is it? This YouTube channel that I follow called Tale Foundry. Have you heard of it?
Oh, it's been a while, but yes.
Yeah. So that would be where I got it from.
But what you got? Well, spill the tea. What you learned from it?
Well, I didn't get to finish it, but it was basically going to talk about Dishonored. So
Oh.
I'll just share the link.
Okay, but I wonder if I should actually play Dishonored when it comes to. No, I got a lot of games that needs to be played one game at a time, Miki.
You still should play it. It's good.
Mom, I'm trying.
I'll send you the video. There you go.
I need lozenges.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, since you want to
Alright.
make a good old-fashioned revenge story, this would be a good place to look.
Okay. I think if I think a little bit more on it, this counts as my third character since I've made that has a revenge plot, and it has been a while since I've actually done those.
Mm-hmm.
The current one I got so far is Meta, but the Planescape game that we're a part of is basically on hiatus for the time being, which I don't mind. It gives me a little bit more time to actually figure out what to do as Meta and create art assets that's tied to her story, because if there's one thing I actually took a lot of inspiration for when it comes to Meta, it's King Henry VIII.
King Henry. Oh, that's a
Henry
choice.
VIII. That is
That is a choice.
Now,
For certain.
well, to be fair, her spouse is kind of inspired. The elements of her ex-husband is based on King Henry VIII.
Still, that is a choice.
That is indeed
Yeah,
a choice.
it is a choice. It is a choice for certain.
Is it a bad one though? Be honest with me.
It's
I'm not
interesting.
saying- no, it's not bad. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. I and also in TV chat too. This is like also one of the best examples of having an actor playing both, not only that, but two same actor but plays two different characters entirely with opposite personalities. That is my Jekyll and Hyde, fucking Tom Hardy, right there.
Oh yeah, Tom Hardy, because he plays Venom.
Yeah, but this is, it's done right, but it's a proper retelling of the adaptation of Jekyll and Hyde. But he just, it literally is like that fucking. But I'm just talking the mood. This is the sort of mood that I would go for with my interpretation of Jekyll and Hyde.
I mean, I'll give it a look once that I'm done with this. But
Yeah.
Oh, but speaking of being done, my lunch break is over, so I will see you guys later.
all right.
Okay.
thanks for coming.
See ya.
Yoink!
Hey.
One for the road.
Hey. Come on. This is why we had squishies instead. God damn it.
I know it's a little bit outlandish to hear that use Henry VIII, but what I actually think a little bit more about it, it makes a little bit more sense as time kind of goes on. Because the plot point for this ex-husband of Mira's is that he is a man who really, really, really wants to have an heir because he is a human man who knows he has a short life, and thus wants to have a life where he has it all. A great business, a notable title, and also to have an heir to carry on his legacy. His first wife, being Mira, Mira genuinely loves this man from the bottom of her heart. But the thing is about this guy is that he is one of his vices is his impatience, and therefore paid the price heavily when the 3 years that they were together, there was no heir, and he's trying his best to climb up in the game, the political game. And so his eyes began to wander and found someone else. And this person might give him the son that he desperately wants. And so divorces the said wife, if you will. Divorces Mira. And so he divorces Mira and tries to marry the next paramour that caught his eye, but she escaped. Eventually, he will find more paramours, but just like King Henry VIII, they don't last long.
Yep. I mean, if you're going off the whole inspiration about Henry VIII and how he turned out, then he's cooked.
Yep. He is skull-diddly boned.
Yep.
I know, because like King Henry VIII, the fates of the paramours and wives is we got divorced, escaped, died, divorced, beheaded. Oh, this survived.
Yeah. Oof.
So, yeah, thoughts, questions, death threats.
It is certainly the thing ever.
It's not much in it.
Yeah, but it's a good foundation to go off of.
Alright, let's merge these, and then we'll put this in the colored again. And then afterwards we'll work on lacing and then colors. How much are we here for? Only that much?
Mm.
Wait a minute, hold up.
Hang on. Oh, hey, hang on, hold up.
Oh, fuck!
What? Don't tell me you just had it all on
combined the lace with the beads.
the... Oh, no. Oh, no.
No. We will make this work, chat. We will make this work. No. Okay.
Yeah.
One bead is missed. Okay.
Gerber, yeah. Rightfully so.
I'm not a goober. I made a mistake.
You know what?
Mistake.
Do you think that's what Jekyll said? Do you think that's what Jekyll would have really said? But Mr. Hyde wouldn't fucking care. He would have been like, oh, I don't fucking care. I'd fucking do it again. I would do it again.
Goober jail for making... What? You wouldn't dare. You wouldn't dare.
Yeah, well, who's gonna run the inn? I'm not gonna run the inn. Fuck that. Like, I'm not fucking qualified for that shit. I just work here, bro.
Okay, so let me actually go ahead and actually work on that. Just for that, jar redeem. Okay.
Jar redeem.
Someone's going to the
oh
jar,
boy.
and it ain't me.
Well, you never know. You never know.
All right. 1 is day. 2 is 2 is bio, 3 is cat, 4, I'm going into the jar.
I hope you do get in it. I hope it rolls. I hope you do actually end up in the jar. That was so funny. What?
Oh.
Well, yeah. Oh, thanks for the donation. Nice and cozy for was it you? It's you.
Oh dear.
All right, that's all right. He had it. He only Emerald Marine donated, so it should be slightly comfy. I mean, I think I see like a dollar note, maybe like a few
Get lucky.
notes.
You know what? This is a quality in this house. You know? This is a quality.
That's right.
I'm going in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You hate being right. Admit it. You hate being right.
I did.
You did it to yourself. Don't you did it. You did this to yourself.
Shut up. First the fur bulge, now this.
Really?
Oh. Let's see, a nice cold glass of pomegranate cheats and a rainbow chips ahoy. You know, that's actually not a bad treat. That's actually not a bad treat. I would actually kill for that.
I'd probably fuck that up.
Alright, now
You
it's time for me.
fuck that shit up.
Alright, black lace to go with the black, it has an interesting combination of black with some, okay, so, how
Something
about
to
this?
break it up.
Okay, so, okay, we're going with this one then, okay. Okay, so... Okay, hold on. We're going to need to tilt this angle a little bit here. Okay, no. Yes. Wait, hold on. No, yes, there we go. Is
Like
it?
that is
I got
very
five.
spicy.
I got 5 of them for $5 from a Safeway. I mean, look, I am someone who's. I did a lot of talking in here, so I could welcome the reprieve.
Yeah. Look, you're a licensed yapper. All right. At least you're a licensed yapper.
Hi.
I'm just saying. Hey, look. Otherwise, if you didn't have it, then you wouldn't be here. Just be honest.
You know what? Hi. I'll most likely take that.
Yeah.
Ah, cock. I'll live. You know what? I had a thought.
Yeah. Yeah. Shoot.
I think I'll try to make this thing a little bit simplified on my end because I want to at least save time. Ish.
Yeah. Not to mention just finding the right lace pattern brush.
Okay, because, for the sake of drawing more Fleur into the future, yeah, I'm definitely gonna need to cut a little bit of corners.
Simplify it. So basically, simplifying it so then you don't end up tearing out your own
Wrist.
eyelids and your fingernails off.
It'd be like that, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so... I'm sure that there will come a day where I will play as, my other girls one day, but this is going to be something different, you know? playing as a character that is not really a support-based role. Because
No.
most of my time when I play D&D characters, I usually stick to the support because that is where I'm actually good at. I like to keep people, I like to make sure everyone is staying alive so they don't actually keel over and die.
Well, I mean, have you ever considered like a more DPS type class?
And that's what I'm considering when it comes to Fleur. This is my first time doing something that's a little bit different.
Yeah. Which is funny because I've mostly played warriors or like just basically characters that like to think with violence and fists and all that stuff. But the only time I've actually like played something that's a bit out of my comfort zone was this half elf warlock whose patron is like a card dealer, and every time he gets into a conflict, or every like so often, he gets teleported into this plane where he has to like take a play of like cards, like, you know, a deck of like he's basically like having to play cards with his patron every time, even in the worst like timing. If like something could happen, like they're about to enter a battle, and then he just warps out of there for like a split second. Thank God I'm pretty sure it is like a second. I have to find out from my brother, but mostly it is his magic is like, you know, he uses cards for his spells, which is a very lazily way of saying that he's very pretty much totally not like Gambit at all, except with exploding cards. It's just magic, like he does card tricks and stuff that just like conjures like barriers and stuff. So
Actually, it's pretty cool. I
Yeah,
have someone who
I know.
actually plays. I also have a character that also uses cards for her spell casting, and she's a divination wizard, and her gimmick is tarot cards.
ooh,
Remember Rose? AKA this particular character.
yeah.
This one here.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Like a
in the campaign that I played as her, it's an isekai campaign where our characters are from Earth and they're transported into Valen, the magical D&D world. It took some level of time, but Rose eventually became an outstanding member of the group, and she also became the support of the group because she got a boon from her god patron that allows her to cast druid spells from her set cards. So I was able to have a loophole on being a support while playing as a different class.
Yeah. The way, I mean, when I say like very Gambit-like, I'm talking like he's got the coat and a bit of a swagger, but more like the swagger of like your typical Gen Z, Gen Alpha type person. Like they want to, like if they want to rizz up some ladies, if he wants to show off some riz, he just does like neat card tricks and stuff. It just makes it fucking. In fact, one time, he, you know, when in the first like campaign or so, or when my character was introduction, he was doing like card tricks, and I rolled a perfect nat 20 or like perfect 20s. Or no, I was rolling 20s with the card tricks, but when it comes to actual like combat or encounters, it was a bit low. It was low for that one instance, which was so funny.
Dear God.
But then he just like decided to like. But then my rolls got good, and he just like was competent. And he is a really damn good like warlock as well.
Listen.
Yes, Emerald Marine. Alright, Omiki, I know this is out of nowhere, and it's got to do with a topic spoken a while ago. But do you like Batman?
I do.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love
I mean,
Batman?
who doesn't?
He's one of my favorite
Yeah.
Marvel villains. I mean, not DC villains. There's a
Marvel?
difference.
Yes, my favorite. Batman is my favorite Marvel character. Oh my god. Oh, that is so gold. That is so gold. I need it. Someone says, do you like Batman? And me, and Noel. Like, yeah, he's my favorite Marvel character.
Jesus.
Oh my fucking god. That is golden. That is golden. Holy shit. Oh, what? Oh shit. What? You just melted through the jar.
Wait, joke's on you, but
Yeah, you just vanished for like a split second. Oh. Oh my god. Richard. You know what? Yeah. Yeah, Emerald Marine. Batman is my favorite Marvel character. I'm just okay. All right, but for realsies, like he's also saying, I recommend watching Gotham by Gaslight. Well, there's also the comics as well, like the short comic version. There's actually the comic version of Gotham by Gaslight.
Yeah?
Which I believe is like the first iteration of the Elseworlds line.
Huh.
And for context, Elseworlds are like alternative takes. So then people are like a lot more. They're basically not being hindered by the canon of the mainline comics. So this is sort of like a. It's just like, it's stories that are outside the DC canon. So you could go kind of crazy with it. Like you could just have like a Justice League that's without like Superman. And not to mention there are some there's some really my favorite Elseworld stories and my favorite DC story by far is Kingdom Come. And I gotta say, the artwork is just immaculate. Alex Ross was cooking a full-on fucking feast as well. And not to mention how some of it just like correlates to like, I'd argue that some of the themes as well correlate to like, the superhero fatigue as well, with like, them being, because basically the whole premise of Kingdom Come is that it practically is just. All right, let me find this DC universe. Okay, so to put it into short, it's a new generation of heroes that have lost their moral compass, becomes as reckless and violent as the villains they fight. And in a previous, the old guard, the Justice League returns, just to clean up their shit as well, and also like the stuff. And even the conflict, is like, the fate of the world is like determined by them, and it is, and you don't follow like any of the characters. You don't follow Superman, Batman, or like you don't follow any of the new generations of heroes. You follow this person, this priest named Norman McKay, who is just an everyman, who happens to be who happens to like run a church, and then he is a witness from the Spectre, who happens to be a let me just Let me just find it. Yeah, I'm just reading it off the summary of like Wikipedia. I'm just going off of my head. I'm also going off of Wikipedia, but also the like to my knowledge of it. So, you know, Norman McKay is, you know, is practically the protagonist and the witness to this coming to this renaissance, or like this superhuman, like the Justice League's renaissance and the potential end of the world, which believe it or not is caused by Superman. And Superman was driven away by this character, this fucking Rob Liefeld 90s character, action character, whatever, named Magog. And it's, I don't know what the proper pronunciation. Chat, if I'm saying certain things, if I'm saying like certain characters wrong, not Superman or Batman, but Magog as well, it's, you know, just correct me if I'm wrong. And yeah, he was just the Spectre's taking Norman McKay around, just not only as like a witness, but to like the viewer, to like us, the readers as well. Which in turn, like Kingdom Come has been super fucking influential. It is so influential in so many ways, for better or for worse. I mean, I argue for worse because I'm gonna just say, like, there are so many ways that you know, there's so many things that, like, let's say Injustice does poorly that every other version that is Injustice does right. It's
Is it really that bad?
what, in the Injustice games? If you think about it, it's a take on Superman and other different heroes, but only just to justify its whole, like, justify the game's existence, which, you know, it's fine. It's fine. It's fun. It's, you know, I've sent my piece, but in terms of the inspiration that came from the Kingdom Come comics, try saying that multiple times. There is which, you know, there are actually like characters that have lifted different iterations and different inspirations from it. I mean, the new Superman film, the S is literally the Kingdom Come like S, but, you know, in its proper traditional Superman colors, which, for comparison, let me Superman, Kingdom Come Superman. So there's like Superman. Yes, it's my favorite. It's Superman. Look up in the sky. It's him. It's him. It's a Superman. It's a Superman. Okay, yeah. So this is him, and there was actually a sort of adaptation of this version of Superman in the Crisis of Infinite Earth, like, story arc in the TV series, like the Arrow or whatever. And I gotta say, that is perfect. See, this is what superhero suits should be. Like, I'm just like, if you want to design a superhero suit, just keep it simple and keep it clean.
Let me take a gander on it real fast so I can actually show this to the class. What do you think in terms of inks for Flair's outfit?
It is very... It's... Actually, that is probably a lot better. And a lot easier.
I do like it.
Yeah. Okay. And then... This is the one... And this is the heart... And this is the S that they're using in the new movie, which is 1-to-1, except for the different color variations. But it's just, it's perfect.
Let me take a gander and show this to the class.
Yep. Okay. So, this is the one that This is the S that they're using for Superman, or the upcoming Superman, which I'm absolutely excited about because it's the most Superman movie ever. Like, you know, I don't want to summon a certain cult, but I'm just saying it was an okay interpretation of the character of that time. But if you compare them side by side, it is like night and day. That's when you know the movie is made by the love and adoration of the character and the comics that it came from.
Hold on. There we go. That's
it is. It's perfect.
Huh. And hold on a second. If I actually, even the ratio is also similar.
Yeah, the ratio of the emblem is it's so perfect. I mean, there are other elements of the new suit is like there as well. Like you've got your you've got your overcomplicated New 52 line, but also has that all-star Superman, and he has trunks. Fucking finally. Because that's when you know this person gives a shit about this character.
I mean,
If he does...
You're not wrong. I mean, have you seen, do you guys all remember the previous Superman iteration past the one in the 2000, late 2000s?
Okay, late 2000s? Or you're talking about... Oh, you mean the early 2010s?
Yep. It's been a while, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know. But I gotta say that the actor who played him was perfect. I mean, for the time. But it's just the writing and the characterization was so botched. It was like it had potential, but then it just was wasted. That's all I'm gonna say.
You gotta admit, it does give us a barrel of memes.
Yeah, that's true. That is very, very true. Not to mention, like I've shared the one GIF of that one Henry Cavill GIF, and I know, and I swear I might have clipped it, of you just being all like, you're being like, oh lordy, I got the vapors or whatever. Just the fact that you're like a big and chunky, that's enough to describe. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You are not entirely wrong.
Thank you. Okay, there we go. I know there's something slightly missing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now all what's left to do is just working onto her. We have been how long here? 3 hours? 3 hours.
Yeah.
A lot of things did happen here, and that's okay. I think.
Yep. Yeah. Some things did happen. You were put in a job, and you fucked up one of the most beloved characters of all time. I'm just saying. How you would be crucified?
My brain is not.
Your brain no worky? Yeah. Well, none of it. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it don't. And you know what? Whatever. Okay.
Stop bully. No more bully, please.
No bully? I have every right to bully you, and plus I could. And you know what? I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't like. I only just saying it because like I know if I did that, Steve would kick my ass to like.
It's not just Steve you have to worry about.
I know, and Dave. Oh, that's even worse. You two would just gang up on me and just beat the shit out of me.
Basically.
Okay, chat. Who would win? One Bioseer or one and two Daves? You know, one Dave and one Steve, or two Bioseers versus two. Oh, actually, no, that would be an even match. Oh, never mind.
Sorry, what are you talking about?
I was just saying, like, who would win in a fight? Like, you, Steve versus me, you and Steve versus me, or two of me versus you and Steve. But then I realized it's an even fight.
I don't know about that. I cannot punch to save my life.
Yeah, but I know Steve would kick my fucking ass, like, crazy.
He would.
My fighting style is hang on for dear life until someone else shows up.
Yeah.
Alright.
Usually by running away and running in circles, Benny Hill style.
That's it. Oh my goodness gracious, that is that old. It's that old.
Yep.
Yeah, that is quite the transformation, isn't it?
That is Fleur back in the day.
Oh my lord. And this is like her grown up, like
Yep. Yep.
stylistically and literally grown up.
Yep. And I have just the colors for the job for this new iteration.
Oh.
Yes, I used Gaia
Yay.
Online for this, but hey, it has not failed me once. At all.
That's true.
It just gives me
That's
hiccups. But anyways, this girl is gonna have one hell of a massive makeover. And trust me, she looks much better as an adult than than as a kid.
Yeah. It just makes her look like a protect I'm a yes, Emerald Marine, an angry mum.
Yeah. I will come at you with the with the power of 1,000 Filipino ants.
7,000 Filipino ants. Beat this man to death. No. Hey!
Oh, that's a beautiful image in my head. Okay, but you were saying now, Bio.
Yeah? Sorry?
About Fleur?
Oh yeah, the old design of Fleur kind of looks like a protagonist that you would see at a Scholastic's book fair, like for a young, or you know, like one of those adventure novels.
I mean, yeah, does it?
Well, I don't know. It's probably just the way that my brain works. Like it just, like to me, like I don't know. My brain works in mysterious ways I don't even understand completely.
Hold on, let me actually, you want to know what's worth an angry SO, an angry mom? Yeah, that is
What?
true. Wait, you're not gonna read the question above? Oh, yeah. Oh, so that was the question above. Yeah, an angry mom is definitely one of the things that, yeah, I think it's an instinctual kind of thing that people should be afraid of their mothers.
Yeah.
Okay, Fleur, you are going from this kind of blonde to this kind of blonde. Wait a minute, this hair color is familiar to me. Hold on a second, I need to switch. So I can actually do a little bit of a color test. I'm sorry that you guys are not seeing behind the curtain, but wait a minute. This color seems oddly familiar to. Ah, fuck. Oh, it's this kind. It's. I mean, they're kind of close. I'm gonna commit. I'm gonna commit. I know it's eerily similar to this character's design, but, and this is a damn thick but, it will be worth it. It will be worth it. It will be worth it. Okay. Okay. The reason why I had to put the screen into intermission mode is so I can actually do a color test from a spoiler character that I have in the background. And trust me, there's a reason behind that. there's a very big reason behind that. I almost forgot that little corner there. Going from this kind of blonde to a pale blonde, do you think this pale blonde is much better in terms of Fleur's design?
It's good. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just like, if it's like the shading and everything.
Oh, don't worry. The shading will actually be the one that saves the day. It's just that, yeah, this girl has, this particular shade of color for her blonde. Okay, and let's also get the eyelash color. Yeah, that'll do. In terms of eyelash color. Okay. Oops. Okay, now let's go and fix that. We're fixing this. And she has bluish eyes. Which will range this way. Oops. And now what's left is just trying to figure out what lipstick color with, wait. Okay. Wait, no. Okay. Do you think the eyelash color looks just about right with this?
The eyelash colors? Is it? Yeah, it's good. I mean, I never seen bleached eyelashes before. I mean,
Well, look, when it comes to blonde women, some of their eyelashes would actually be in the lighter scale compared to their darker. Hence why they will need mascara when it comes to help darken, deepen the colors.
yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, but I was thinking maybe she has light eyelashes to make her a little bit more to help amplify a little bit more to her design, to give her a sense of, you know, allure to it, if you will.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. But hey, this is not too bad. I think we'll stop at flat colors and then I'll work everything but I will work everything else in offline to save me a little bit of time.
Makes sense.
Oh shit!
What's wrong?
What? Whoa.
Oh wait. I did record the time lapse. I thought I did not record the time lapse of the.
Take a minute. Take a minute to breathe. Take a minute to breathe.
Oh, my heart. Oh, it hurts. I thought my ear.
Inhale for 4 seconds. Exhale for 4 seconds. That's.
Yes. Take a moment to breathe.
I meant to say worse, not worth. And I had a tirade Saturday and Sunday. Oh, I'm sorry, Emerald Marine. I hope that you're doing okay. Honest. Oh, thanks for the hydrate. And thanks for the save and layer check. I'm about to do that, so we did not lose our absolute shit. Oh, my heart. I almost.
All right.
No.
Keep it in your chest. Keep it in your chest. We don't want to goddamn fucking xenomorph popping out of there.
I was gonna say something in the leagues of I almost would hit that button of going into another intermission break because I need to I almost
You just
okay, I'm
yo,
okay.
you gotta chill.
Okay, I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm cool. I'm fine. Ah! Okay. Now it's time for Fleur's colors in terms of her outfit. And afterwards, we're gonna call it here because, dear Lord, I almost had my heart left my chest. But I think Fleur looks absolutely kind of divine, don't you think?
I agree.
Very, very pretty. Very pretty.
Purdy.
Very.
I think Passmoni will be very much in awe seeing how well I made her look compared to how she is now.
I mean, she'd be in awe when your younger self would be in awe, and you right now would just be like, yeah, I know. Just don't ask the process. You'll learn eventually.
Very much. Very, very pretty much. And now for this yellow, because certain things don't change. Okay. Everything else will be colored the way I want it to in a moment. Okay, but let's see. Not as I wasn't tired for any bad reason. It was an unexpected Alter Guild weekend. Not as bad as some skin stuff, not dangerous, but I have to. I'm still in the cautious optimism side right now, and I'm have to see a doctor on this province sucks. Oh dear.
Damn.
Oh, I haven't seen this Redeem in a while. Oh.
Redeem. Who the fuck? That's alright.
The innkeeper is already dealing with enough.
Yeah, it's now.
Why
I
you
just
do
don't want the
this
tip
to
jar
her?
to be. You know how hard it is to clean out, like, just liquids out of that jar? Don't. Actually, no, I'm not gonna elaborate, but just take my word for it. But the tips are appreciated either way. It's just, when it doesn't have, like, a liquid. Actually, no, wait, never mind. It's just, all the fluff is gone from the plushie. Like, it's just all cloth.
You alright?
She's fucking dead.
Do you need me to get you back into shape?
Define the excitement.
You gotta get the
I cannot go into detail without violating TOS.
Look, just take his word for it. Dude, it's sort of like a dude, trust me.
You know what? Absolutely fair enough. Okay.
You keep your damn secrets then.
So let's see. What do you think of this in terms of Fleur's design?
Very, very nice. I see you very, very much successfully incorporated the inspiration. Very nicely done.
Thank you. Now let's also start coloring some of the. Okay, let's see. Where does this one go? Oh, okay, that's the beads. Okay, so let's see how we're gonna make this thing work. Oh, fuck me.
Oh.
Well, I said I'd do that later.
Hey, 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 hey.
I done diddly goof again.
What did you do?
TMI, dog.
Okay, I made an arrangement where that is, sticking out from where the flowers should be, so, okay, there we go. Well, I'm gonna have to do this a little bit manually then. Okay.
Hey, listen.
Yes, yes, Emerald Marine? Do I need to pat out the tip jar again, or should I get a wet, dry shot vacuum? Anyway, you want Lord Blott's doggo. I didn't mean to!
Oh, the poor puppy. Although it is impressive that your dog could sleep through fireworks, it's just... I mean, God forbid, in my house, if you make one little sound, my dog would just go nuts, because he's that dopey, and also super protective of my mom for whatever reason. But
Yeah, my dad's got the opposite problem right now. So, not with the dog, with a cat. So, yesterday, or the day before, one of the cats named Scout vanishes for a while, ends up coming back late in the evening, and apparently as this morning has been very skittish. So based on what they've seen, they think that he probably had a run-in with another neighborhood cat.
Oh,
Ran away to hide somewhere.
did he get the case of the zoomies?
He did not get a case of the zoomies, he got a case of the oh fuck, oh shit, oh god.
Oh god, oh fuck, oh god, oh man, oh god, oh fuck, oh shit, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Gloves would fit well for Fleur. Maybe dark gloves?
So yes, he is now staying in the house and is quite skittish at the moment, which is not like him. He's normally the explorative one.
Yeah.
But Scout is good boy. Who would hurt? Who
Yeah.
would actually scare the bee?
A territorial
Scoot.
or alpha cat,
Scoot.
if I were to guess. And yes, his name is Scout for some reason. And no, my father and his significant other do not play Team Fortress 2 before anyone asks.
No.
Well, that does make you question why Scout of all names.
Because he was inquisitive and explorative. That was literally the reason.
Yeah.
Toppies, hi, welcome back. How did you only transform yourself into a plush and banish yourself? Was it luck from the draw?
Long story.
It's kind of that, yeah.
Yeah, you nailed it on the head. Luck of the draw.
So, what do you think of this one so far when it comes to Fleur Boucher?
It is very, 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 very good. Very good. Good shit. With big stretch?
I had to stretch for a little bit because I had to help my back a little bit, but I'm okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Long
alright.
as-
Just did
yeah.
a big stretch.
Hold on. Something's missing slightly. We're not gonna get rid of the highlights yet. That comes in the alt. Okay, so let's see. But yeah, this is Fleur Boucher's colors, and I'm thinking that maybe some of them would have looked a little bit better, or it looked a little bit slightly better in my head. But when I put it into practice, I don't know, something's missing from this. But yes, maybe I'll actually stop here for now in terms for working on Fleur later. But yeah, what do you think? Before?
It is.
After?
It is very, very good. Very good. Very good.
I would call this quite the
reimagining
incredible
slash
glow
clone.
up.
Thank you.
Yeah, same.
Same brain cell.
Yep. Head empty. Head empty. No thoughts. Yes, hello?
Alcantar, hi, welcome back. It's good to see you again. Or is this But yeah, this is where we're gonna call it here for today. But this is a good glow up for Blue Boucher's new appearance, if you will.
Yeah, a decade and a half. Keep in mind, you made her in like 2009.
Oh yeah, 100%. And this is her in her new latest iteration, and is leagues better compared to how she looks now. Then.
Yeah.
Now let's see, who should we go and raid? Let's see,
There's
Red Claw's on, Oceanax is on, Fairbanks is also on. Wait, it's Monday. Is he finally done visiting the dentist? Rudy is also
Could be.
on. You know what? It's been a hot minute since she finally got herself her stream working. So we're gonna raid Runia.
Hell yeah.
Okay, there we go. And we're gonna make okay, we're gonna go for this. I truly do appreciate that you guys came by here today and actually watched this piece come together and watching this character get the glow up she deserves. I hope to guys see you guys tomorrow, as we're going to be working on Patreon rewards for my tier 3 pledgers. But until then, may y'all have a good night, may y'all eat well and rest well, and I hope to see you guys next time in the Paper Plane Inn. Take care!
Alright,
Yeah.
yeah, see ya. Bye.
Good
Bye.
night, everybody.
Good afternoon, good evening, good night. You just don't know where you are in the world. But you're more than welcome to, no matter where you are in the world.